Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the United Stand. It's a big night. It's probably the night of the season for Manchester United in the FA Youth Cup. But it's still the night of the season for Manchester United because the FA Youth Cup holds a lot of history for Manchester United. Many great players of United's past have won the FA Youth Cup. The class of '92 won the FA Youth Cup. People will probably tell me that other teams won the FA Youth Cup, but the reality is this is the FA Youth Cup final watch-along. It's the highlight of Manchester United's season, and it is being provided to you by the under-18 Manchester United football side. Garnacho, Charlie McNeil, Gore, Mainu, loads of others that you're going to learn about tonight, and it is a big, big game. I'm very excited about it. I didn't think there would be any excitement around Manchester United this season, but this is a big thing to win. We don't win the FA Youth Cup every year. It is a big thing when we do it. And this is something for these young players that hopefully they can say when they're first team players of the future, remember they won the FA Youth Cup. So history in the making. They're playing Nottingham Forest. Well done to them for getting to the final. Don't know anything about them. Chelsea was who they beat in the semi-final. And, you know, Chelsea's youth team's very good. So I don't know. Maybe I don't watch enough of the youth to know whether that's the right or not. I don't know. I don't know whether we're favourites or not. With the 70,000 people in Old Trafford, that should help. But look, we've also got Ajax playing at 7:30 as well. You can see our live scoreboard here. We'll be updating you with lots of games. That's what's going on at the ground at the moment. And that's the side of Hotel Football on the left and the back of Old Trafford. Yes, lots of games to keep you up to date with. If Ajax win, Ten Hag wins the championship, which means he can start focusing on Manchester United. So, yes. Al says, who are you supporting? I mean, after 7 years, I don't get why people still tell the silly joke that's not even funny in the first place. And if it's there to try and wind me up, it doesn't. I was born in Nottingham. I lived most of my life not in Nottingham. So if you're a Manchester United fan and you live in Swindon, you're a Swindon fan. If you're a Manchester United fan and you live in Delhi, India, you're a Delhi fan, apparently. If you live in Adelaide, in Australia, you're an Adelaide fan. I mean, that basically is the basis of the joke. Wherever you're born, that's the team you support, apparently. So, yeah, I've got no idea who plays for Forest under-18s. I hope they get promoted in the playoffs because I don't want to see Sheffield United get promoted again. But I am firmly behind this United side. A couple of players I really like from the youth side. Daniel Gore in the midfield. I think he is potential. I don't want to say it, but he's a bit like a Roy Keane of the youth setup. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Roy Keane or anything like that. He reminds me a little bit of Roy Keane when he first came to Forest. You know, can get a goal back and forwards. Kobe Mainu is a player that a lot of you like. Watch out for him in the midfield as well. Garnacho, of course, everyone likes him. Some people may not have seen a lot of him, so let's get a look tonight. Charlie McNeil. We took him from Man City, United fan, scores loads of goals. You know, I'm excited to see what we can do. Mark, Karen took the kids. Help, let's go Ajax, says Thomas. And big night in the night of Manchester United's. In the relegation battle as well. We'll be keeping you up to date with Leeds against Chelsea, Leicester against Norwich. Watford are playing Everton, Wolves, Man City. We need Man City to win that. We need Man City to win anyway for them to win the title. But actually, Wolves are still a team that can finish above us, and they're playing West Ham on Sunday. And obviously, we'll keep you up to date with Ajax and PSV's game. I mean, really, if Ajax win, they can't be stopped. There's only 2 games to go, and they are, I believe, still 4 points clear. So, yeah, lots to get involved in. And looking forward to this tonight. A very different stream, but a very positive stream. So, hope you're looking forward to it. We'll have the timer, all the normal stuff. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And welcome to our members who are in the chat. Legend this morning actually gifted 10 memberships, which was the first. And then I gifted 10 this afternoon. I won't be called a legend. Hugh Huggin, thank you very much for becoming a member there. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and share. It would be great for the youth to get a lot of eyes on this. And I know a lot of you are as excited as I am because we've not been excited by the first team this year. And youth is a fundamental. Youth would be part of my 5-part plan. I think it'd be part of everybody's 5-part plan to improve Manchester United. And we potentially have got some youth players that can really hit this United side, first team side, over the next couple of years or so. So yeah, very excited by it. I've got no idea how people are going to watch this. I will try and help you, but effectively, I believe MUTV have got the game. I think they have got, well, mine says live coverage of the FA Youth Cup final, first half against Nottingham Forest on my MUTV. So I will have it on MUTV. I know some of you don't like to pay for that. There is something else called the FA Player, which I think has got it on. And I think Facebook have got it on as well. And I'm sure there'll be streams of it elsewhere. So there we go. Hi, Mark. Looking forward to this. Yes, says Jim. Thank you very much. And I think MUTV are streaming it. I'll be very surprised if they're not. I'll be very surprised if they're not. The Caveman, thank you very much for becoming a member there. And look, Dan says your watch-alongs are fantastic. I actually know a couple of the youth players, and I said we're doing a watch-along tonight, and they were very excited about that. So look, it's an opportunity for them to, be, watched by the Man United fan base. A lot of people are interested in the youth. Personally, I don't watch the youth much more than the highlights. Occasionally I'll watch a game, but my stance, maybe it's old school, maybe it's right, is that until they actually hit the first team, there's no point in really overhyping them or getting excited. I've seen youth players in the youth be amazing and never do it in the first team. And then I've seen players in the youth that I thought I hadn't really heard much about, people like Scott McTominay and Marcus Rashford, and then they end up with a first team career. So look, watching them perform in the youth doesn't mean they're going to perform in the first team. But I do believe we have got some players that are progressing through quite nicely. And, I think if you get one or two every 3 years that hit become part of the first team, you're doing well. You're doing very, very well when you think about it. I mean, if I went back to the class of 92 won it in 92, but they weren't hitting the team until really 96, first team regulars. 95-96 season was that season. So, and then if you think about it, since 1996, how many players have we had from the youth that have been really good? And I think from 1996, you're talking Wes Brown, John O'Shea, Darren Fletcher, and then I think you're really, you're struggling a little bit there. We need to be in the Prem. How many other clubs make 6,000 away fans to a youth game? Too many small clubs in the Premier League these days, says Simon Jones. Yeah, I think a lot of United fans would love to see Forest back in the Premier League. I'd love to see Sheffield Wednesday back in the Premier League as well. I don't really want to see Leeds going down because I like that light rivalry. And I mean, look, fair play to Bournemouth getting promoted, but I went to watch Aston Villa women play Birmingham City women on the final day of the Women's Premier League on Sunday. There was 8,500 fans there, and we were all in one side. They only opened one stand at Villa Park. 8,500 were there. Bournemouth's whole ground, 11,500. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't mind Bournemouth being in the league, but for God's sake, Bournemouth County Council, let them build a ground that's big enough. I mean, that's not even a League One ground. Evening, Mark. Seeing your recent tweet regarding TalkSport. Good luck to you. You have to put yourself and your family first. We all of you at United stands to Slow Sports News. Look, I'm going to hit this straight head on, right? It's been a bit of fun. There is a big announcement, but it's not what people think. And the fact that an internet rumor can become fact, and the amount of people who've messaged me calling me a snake and a sellout. I've built this community with others over the last 7 years from nothing. Absolutely nothing. Every bit of content has been free, organically grown. Do you think I'm going to get an offer from a media company and go, you know what? Screw all the hard work. I'm off. Never going to happen. Never in a million years. And as for being paid, I'm not being paid for anything that I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing on Friday. It's for me. And hopefully a lot of you will like it, but it's for me. It's a bucket list for me. It's a tick in the box for me. It's something I've always wanted to do. But this talk of me signing for TalkSport, it was funny at first, and I've not said anything about it, but now it's just getting a bit silly. People are starting to genuinely put stuff out there about me that's just ridiculous. And I'm not having it. I'm not having my reputation or the community or the people who work with the United Stand put through any stress over something that was started as a joke by somebody online, which I've never, to be fair, denied, but never confirmed. It's a nonsense. And I tell you now, I will have to be dragged kicking and screaming from this community. So in the words of Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving. The party goes on. So you can have that confirmed. Whatever happens in the future, that is not part of my plan and never was. So it just shows you what conspiracy and arseholes can do by taking rumor and turning it into fact. It's wrong, really. Anyway, thank you for that. That sort of prompted that. Slow sports news there with fast news. Mark, you owe nobody any explanation for anything. Well, I do owe you the explanation, because we started on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock with 10 people watching for the first few weeks. 10 people. And I've had people having a pop at me who are fellow influencers. And, you know, they've only been influencing for the last couple of years, some of them the last year. And I think, hold on a minute, I've been doing this 7 years with other people. We've been smashing the barriers down. Fan content didn't even bloody exist properly 7 years ago. And I've got people who have only just started doing it, calling me a sellout. Swivel on that. There's plenty you can swivel on. Bloody idiots. I tell you what, the hard work we've put into this over the last 7 years, that some upstart can start calling me a sellout. Jog on, mate. Jog on. In fact, you probably couldn't jog halfway around the block. Anyway, back into it. FIFA crazy. Watch this space. Just seeing it's Warren Joyce managing Nottingham Forest, top coach that was in charge of our reserves for a long time. I didn't even know that, Joshua. I'm learning things tonight. I find it weird how some people would rather watch Ajax than our academy players playing in an FA Cup final, says YUFC. I find it weird that some people have actually got tickets to go and watch Ajax in Amsterdam rather than go and watch their FA Youth Cup final. I was going to go. My daughter really wanted to go. It was a toss-up, but she's got academy training, so we couldn't go anyway. So we bring it to the masses. We go again. This is what we do. People don't really get it. I had somebody saying to me today, how can you call yourself a United fan when you don't go to games? I went to watch United play loads of times. I've seen United play loads of times. I wish I could go still. But we get thousands of people all around the world who love these watch-alongs. It's a selfless act, really, to keep this community going on match day. Because I could easily just go, have a few beers, sit and watch a game like I always used to. But you know what? I think I'd probably miss this now. I had a day off yesterday. Got back this morning. I couldn't wait to go live. I couldn't wait it. I love doing it. So swivel on that as well. I like doing the watch-alongs. I like the community we have. And if you don't like it, there is this X in the top corner where you just exit and it disappears. And then you go about your life and you don't watch it. I always thought you weren't going to leave. People love to start bullshit rumours, says Reese. Thank you for being a member for 13 months, Reese. Imagine if it told me every minute that you remember. Anyway, we've got a lot of people tuning in. We've got 9,300 watching. I really want you to share the video. Get it out there, because I feel like this is a bit of an attendance for our FA Youth Cup. We've got 70,000 people at Old Trafford watching this. This is fantastic. But the more people there'll be a lot of you who could never go to this game because it's worldwide, etc. So I really, really want to see as many people as possible watching this game. I'm still here. I'm just going under my desk. There's something that's really getting on my nerve. What are you doing under here? I've told you before. Get out. It's a wire. It's really annoying when I kick my feet out and it gets stuck under it. So there we go. Thank you very much. Hi, Mark. I just wanted to wish you well on the new venture. All the best, mate. Mikkel really didn't watch 5 minutes ago. I'm not repeating it. Victor, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. You can do that by clicking the join button. So this game is on MUTV and it's on FA Player. I've got it on both, so I will just watch the one that's got the best stream, basically, because we are having to stream this. So, yeah, there might be a bit of delay. So we'll see how it goes on that one. But thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Louis Jackson is a top quality player. He is playing centre-back tonight for United. There we go. That's from somebody I know. I'm checking something here. So Reece Bennett's the captain, and obviously got Charlie McNeil playing up front. Jackson's a centre back. Let me just read the team out for you. I've got it on my phone actually. I don't know whether I've done that. So look, the Forest under 18 starting 11. Let's be respectful. Bott, Abbott, McAdam, Hammond, Johnson, Hanks, Powell, McDonnell, Osong, Taylor, and Collins. If you know anything about them, fair play, well done. What you've been doing with your life, but there you go. I'm only joking. Like, where's the tweet? There it is. United stand MUFC. So United's under starting 11: Vitek, Gerardo, Bennett, and Jackson. So Bennett's the captain. Jackson's somebody there who's apparently very good as well at centre back. Murray, Kobe Mainu. lots of people like him in the midfield. Daniel Gore, who I really like. Watch out for him in the midfield. Hansen, Mata, McNeil, and Garnacho. I probably pronounced Mata's surname completely wrong. It's not Juan Mata. It's Mather. But yeah, there's some good players in there. And watch out for the spine of the team. Bennett's the captain. Jackson, another centre-back. You've got Gore and Mainu. McNeil, Garnacho. So yeah, looking forward to this very much so. Welcome to the Members Club, Nick. Thank you very much for joining. And Victor, thanks to the people in the chat who said FA Player is free. I don't have MUTV watching from Dublin. FA Player is going to get a lot of sign-ups tonight. Hi, Mark. How are you? Why is it on in Old Trafford? Is it because we're in the final or is it drawn like this? Come on, Man United, to Said. I believe Ajax are winning 1-0. I thought they were kicking off at 7:30. So, yes. I thought it was a 7 o'clock kickoff for them. It was a 7 o'clock kickoff. They scored in the 20th minute, and it's a goal for Tagliafico. They've had 61% possession, but yeah, it is 1-0 to Ajax in that game. Yeah, I think the final was picked based on the flip of a coin. It may well have been held at Old Trafford because it's a big stadium and, you know, it's a nice stadium to play a final, but I think the final was picked on flip of a coin or something like that. I don't know. Somebody in the chat might know. There are people out there that absolutely love the youth team and they watch it regularly. I don't. Hope the main squad is watching and getting some inspiration from these lads, says Mayorish. I'd imagine some of them will attend the game. There are other Premier League games. I've got Leeds versus Chelsea on that screen, and there are other games as well. Leicester are playing Norwich. That's a shit game. Watford are playing Everton. That's potentially a big game. And Wolves, Man City, I believe, kicks off at 8:15. All the other games are kicking off at 7:30. And I'm just going to get them up on the scoreboard here. Yeah, 7:30 Leeds, Chelsea, 7:45 Leicester, Norwich, 7:45 Watford, Everton. And as I said, you've got Ajax kicked off at 7 o'clock. They're 1-0 up. And PSV kicked off at 7 o'clock as well. So lots and lots of football going on. We'll keep you up to date with those. And where are you getting your updates from, Drawty? Yeah. I think
so. If anyone wants to get any updates, SofaScore's pretty good. So that's what I use.
Okay. Where do you think Ajax team would finish in the EPL? Says Michael. Higher than an eight. I mean, I'd put them around the sort of Leicester area. Yeah, maybe, you know, mid to top table. Yeah, I don't know whether they'd... I mean, look, then again, you look at Wolves. What are Wolves? Wolves are in 8th. So I'd say sort of somewhere between sort of 10th and 8th, I'd put them. Yeah, I agree with LJ on that. So, yeah, I think they... Yeah. But then again, if you look at the league table... You've got Wolves in 8th, and then there's only separating Brighton to Leicester. There's only 5 points separating them. So I'd put them somewhere between 8th and 14th because there's a lot of teams on the same points there. But maybe Wolves level. So I'm just having a quick look here. Who's got the quicker stream? Oh, there's seconds in this, I'm telling you. MUTV against FA Player. Oh, it's virtually second for second. I think MUTV is a little bit quicker. I'm waiting for someone to stop jumping. Stopped. Yeah. The FA Player is a pretty good stream. It's pretty good. It's about a second behind MUTV for me. So FA Player crashed. Yeah, be careful. You needed to get on quick. This happened to me on a United friendly at the start of the season. I refreshed the stream and couldn't get it back. So don't start refreshing it. If you've got it working, don't pause it. Don't refresh it. Just keep it playing. Okay. Have you got it on, Drawty? All right, okay. As Dan James starting for Leeds. I thought you were going to replace Jim White, mate, says Mario Franco. I actually saw him yesterday. He walked past me and I sort of did make eye contact, but we didn't talk. And I was like, maybe I was so tempted to go, Sky Slow Sports News, Jim Waits, Audi driver, crunchy nut cornflakes. He'd either punch me or shake my hand, I suppose. Which youth players would Ten Hag like? Mark says, I tell you, I did walk past Andy Goldstein and he did blank me. I expected that. It's because I'm the better gold, you see. Where can we watch it in India? I don't know. Don't live there, mate. But I imagine there are ways of doing it the same way that we're doing it here. But there might be some way for you to watch it. Watch out for Kobe Mainoo. He's a boiler, says Ross Wilders. Yeah, as soon as the team starts, I think Kobe Mainoo's number 6, isn't he? So yeah, do keep an eye out for him. I don't know what the team knew. I know who they are, but I don't know what their team numbers are. But Kobe Mainoo, I believe, is wearing the number 6 shirt. So yeah, keep an eye out for him. In fact, it's probably a very easy way for me to just sort. I am providing a service here, so I should be providing you with the shirt numbers of the players to keep an eye on, because it makes it a lot easier for you to know who to look out for. So you've got Kobe Mainoo's wearing number 6. Watch out for Jackson, who is number 4. The captain is number 5. The centre backs Bennett. Gore number 8. McNeil's number 9. Garnacho's number 11. You've got Hansen 10. Mata 7. And thankfully, they're all wearing 1 to 11. Can I just stand up and applaud the old school nature of numbers here? I love it. 1 to 11. You never see that. All this squad number bollocks. Yes, this is good. I like this 1 to 11 numbering. And they're probably all wearing the number that they should be wearing. 4 and 5 are centre-backs. 2's a full-back. 3's a full-back. 6 and 8's your midfielders. 7's probably playing to the right. Garnacho's probably playing to the left with Hansen off McNeil as a number 10. That's good. That's good. So there you go. Anyway, we're getting ready to start this match. And Old Trafford's looking good. Old Trafford is looking good. Loving it. Loving it like that. Pardon? I've got FA player and the FA player, and I've got MUTV. I'll keep them both running just in case one crashes. If you're in India, use a VPN to set UK and use Old Trafford. Okay, says Sharath Fitness. Sony Liverpool not working in India. Other options. McTominay with his number 39. Are you leaving United stand then? Harris, I've done. Somebody will probably already clip what I've said. I'm not repeating it because I think it worked quite well. But you don't need to worry. I don't know why people. It's hilarious how a Twitter rumor can start. This is what I was talking about with this Sir Jim Radcliffe thing, buying United. It's just a Twitter rumor that becomes fact. Right, we're about to start here. So I love that. Gerardo number 2 is the right back. Murray is the left back, number 3. 4 and 5 are your centre backs. Jackson and Bennett. Mainoo and Gore, 6 and 8 are your midfielders. Number 7, Mata is the right hand side. Number 11, Garnacho on the left hand side. Number 10, Hansen off the striker. Number 9, Charlie McNeil. I'm loving this old school weird thing. You said you're not leaving it something big for you, like a bucket list thing. Please confirm or deny that you've rented a shark cage to swim with them, says Adastra. That's not a bucket list thing. That's throw up in a bucket. Goldie, you're going to do a player ratings afterwards, says David. We haven't set it up. I wasn't even going to do a match reaction. I wasn't going to. We'll do it old school style. We'll do a man of the match. We'll give them that. Matthew Broad, Goldbridge buys Talk Sport. Yeah. I can't even buy myself a new house. Talk Sport have just got 3 years rights to Premier League radio rights. So yeah, Talk Sport is a very, very big brand. There is a German website where you can watch it. Sorry, Mark, I only meant good intentions in my last message. It's fine, Slow Sports News. You assisted it and I gave it. Only Pokemon, thank you very much for becoming a member. And we've not actually kicked off yet. We're waiting to go. They're starting off a little bit late. What an atmosphere. I've played at Old Trafford. That was a bucket list thing. I'd love to do it again. But part of me thinks I don't want to do it again because that was just a dream to play at Old Trafford and run the midfield. And that was an empty Old Trafford. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like for these young lads, for both teams to do this. Who's going to win? I mean, I'm not even going to do a poll. PSV are winning 1-0 as well, by the way. But yeah, I'm not even going to do a poll because I just don't even pretend to know who the favourites are in this game. So I'm looking forward to Adam's there, Ryan's there from our socials. So we're represented. I think Beth's going as well. I'm pretty sure Beth's there. I think Kev's going as well. So I think they're going to do some little match reactions for you that we'll put up later. We're giving the youth the United Stand package, basically. We're giving them we're putting them on a pedestal and we're giving them a glimpse of what it can be like. I'm sure that 70,000 fans in the crowd will give them a glimpse of what it's like to play for United. So we're giving them a glimpse of what it's like to be a player at Man United with the full fan content opinion. But we won't be slagging players off. We won't be doing that. They're young lads. Maguire speaking to the TV. What a joke about how the youth team should play. He's a role model. Love your I'm not going anywhere, says... Anywhere, Christine says, seeing number captain stresses me, says Elvin. And I hope the first team players are watching this. We're about to start. These young lads will show how much it means to them to represent the club, says Rory. Referee's got a whistle in his mouth. He takes the knee. I don't know who's the favourite. United could get beat 4-0. They could win 4-0. I don't know. It's hard to know in youth football, but this is a final. Forest beat Chelsea and we're off. Bit of a weird kickoff there by Forest. They basically kicked it to our fullback. I mean, the standard of football is going to be interesting. Hi, Mark. Mason Mount's just scored for Chelsea, by the way, 1-0. They kicked off at 7:30. Hi, Mark. Sony 10-1 is broadcasting in India. So India there. Red says Sony 10-1 is broadcasting in India. So if you're in India, you can watch it on Sony 10-1. Means nothing for me, but I'm just going to watch this Mason Mount goal back. Lukaku playing up front, lays it into Mason Mount in the halfway line. Puts it out wide. Good run by Reece James. Lays it into the path. Boom, into the lovely goal. Lovely goal. Anyway, let's get on with this game. Looking forward to it. And a shot from not from Forest, from United there. And it was Kobe Mainoo with an early shot. Gerardo, good skill by Kobe Mainoo. God, that was very impressive. If you ever leave United Stand, a show speed would be perfect replacement for you. Should look into that. What's that? And that's from Harris. And Sony live app in India. Funny how we get all matches officially here while people in UK struggle, says Danielle. Did you know Maguire played in a Youth Cup final against Pogba, etc.? Lost it, of course, says Joshua Bowater. There we go. I'm just having a quick look. I want to be on the right stream here. Has it been pumped? But the FA player is apparently too busy here in the UK. I've got it playing. It's only about a second behind MUTV, so it's a good stream to have. Chelsea are winning 1-0, yes. Hazib says you're 30 seconds behind. Hazib, I really couldn't give a shit. It's a stream because it's streaming through the internet. So there will be delays, which is why we... Hazib, you can either do one or understand why we put a timer on the screen. It's so people can sink in. I mean, get back to school if you can't figure that one out. We don't just put a timer on there because we would like to watch numbers going up. It's there so people can sink in. PSV are winning 2-0. And Ajax are 2-0 as well. They've been mirroring each other for ages. But a good start by United. I just want to say there that, look, I don't watch them enough to be able to say a player's like this, a player like that. But Kobe Mainoo there, his close ball control in the box, the way he skipped past three players and got a shot off. But now it's Forest coming down the right-hand side. Good recovery from Garnacho, of all people there. Garnacho working back. No, it wasn't Daniel. Oh, it's Gore. I like Gore. Number 8, Daniel Gore it was. I could see the two sides of the 8, and I thought it was an 11. I know he's young, but Mainoo might be the one to loan out to the Championship side next season to further his development. So all these lads will be under 18. They'll be 18 or under. So, yeah. Jaws 2 next Thursday. Maybe. For anyone in Nigeria in the community, the game is on DSTV. I mean, look, some of these streams might go down, which is why I'm watching it on MUTV, because I pay for that. So, yeah. And I know people will say, why'd you pay for MUTV Glazers out? Because we do press conference reactions and things like that. So, goal for 4. I tell you what, that was close. That was a free header in the box for Forest. I don't know who it is. It's some lad. He jumped up. I'll tell you what, some of these under-18s look like they're 32, but it was a good header. And I think the keeper had it covered, to be fair, but he headed it wide. Captain he is. Captain, number 8. He's a big unit. But good exciting game. Good exciting game. Trevor's MUTV has crashed. Don't mess up. All I'd say is if it's running, don't mess about with it. I did this for a game last year. I can't remember who it was. And I tried to refresh it and it went down. If it's running, leave it. Give us a song, Mark, says Nazza. It's not that sort of a show. Anyway, we've got 12,500 watching, which is great. We've got lots of updates to give you. Chelsea are beating Leeds 1-0 at the moment. And obviously Everton are kicking off at 6:45 against Watford. Win that for Everton. I think they're going to stay up. Ajax are 2-0 up against somebody, and so are PSV. But if Ajax win, Ten Hag wins the title. Bury FC... Pardon? Herenveen. Bury FC capacity is larger than Bournemouth, and they'll be tier 10 next season, says Joseph. Oh, there's teams in the National League that have got bigger stadiums than Bournemouth. Notts County, for one. Somebody said there's not 70,000 people there. Well, it's whether they've turned up, mate. It's whether they've turned up. I think it was £1 a ticket. Really like Gore as a player. Been really impressed with him every time I've watched the under-18, says Sean Turner. Well, me and Sean... we're on the same page there because I really like the number 8. Everyone talks about McNeil and Garnacho and Kobe Mainu, but I like the centre-backs at United, and I really like the number 8, Gore. He does remind me of a young Roy Keane. Not the finished article Roy Keane, not the lad who can just sit in midfield and run it, but the original Roy Keane, the box-to-box Roy Keane of youth football. I mean, look, I'm not saying he's going to be that in the first team, but I think Gore... if anyone wants to get involved, Kyle says Gore is a machine. I really like him, and I hope he's got a good future at United. But I don't know the ages of some of these. I think Gore is 17. Charlie McNeil, I believe, is 18. I know Hugo on the bench. He's a good striker. He's 18. So it's under 18, so it's 18. As long as you're 18, as long as you're not 19 before the end of August, I think you can play in this. James Garner's not playing, Pierre. It's not a free-for-all of United Youth. It's an under-18 game. So, we're not just going through. Thanks, everyone who's tuning in. 13,000. Make sure you share the video. Make sure and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Chelsea are in again. And it nearly was 2-0. Leeds are looking in trouble. David De Gea's in the crowd. Good. Mainu 17. Thanks for that from George. There's David De Gea. Yeah, just seen him in the crowd there. I think some of you might be a few seconds ahead of me, which is why we've got the timer on the screen for you, which is just next to under the scoreboard. Kobe Mainu is low-key giving me Pogba vibes, says Flawless Football. I think that's the thing I didn't want to say. That little run he had at the start of the game, the way he sort of skipped past their defence, was very Pogba-esque. There's a penalty for Ajax here. They're absolutely blasting them, and they're going to win the title. I knew they were going to win the title, to be honest. Yeah, I knew they were going to win the title. There is a lot of empty seats, but it just shows you how even a few thousand, United's capacity is nearly 75,000, and 70,000, there'll still be plenty of empty seats. Could this be the start of a new era after 30 years, says Said? I hope so. I think it's a bit lazy to describe Mainu as the next Pogba. I find it a little bit lazy to say anybody's the next thing, but then I realise I've just said that Daniel Gore reminds me of a young Roy Keane, in which case I've just done exactly the same thing. It's just a natural thing we do as football fans, isn't it? That's what we do. But Fiend's got his right. He says £1 tickets, people just won't have shown up, not about it being sold out. Yeah. You get your ticket and then you decide whether you're going to go. So I think there's a few people that haven't bothered. But look, for a game like this, you might only get 20,000 there. Mark, could you shout out me on Twitch? I play pro clubs with my mates. It's FIFA Prodigy USA. Excited for Ten Hag. They need a footballing identity, says Owen. I love FIFA. I love pro clubs, I love it. It's just, you've got to play plenty of it to be good. People are saying things have crashed, but both mine have been playing absolutely fine. FA Player and MUTV. I'm not saying that to show off, but yeah. 3-0 to Ajax. They scored the penalty. Still 1-0 to Chelsea against Leeds. I think Sky are only showing Chelsea against Leeds, aren't they? I couldn't see any other game being played. Cross into the box. Quite an equal game, though, the first 10 minutes here. I think we're in for a big game tonight. Could go to extra time. It is showing on the FA Player visual, but I think there might have been problems with it. City is on Sky at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. What time does that one kick off? Got Coppa Italia score for you as well. Juventus against Inter, is it? Oh, we've got a Danish person showing off called Torsen. He says in Denmark, we get to see all the games. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. We've got nearly 14,000 watching, which is great. Absolutely great. Just coming up for 10 minutes in this game. And it's a very equal game. I don't know where... Is there a league that these two teams play in that we could give a bit of a... This is where they finished in the league? I mean, I don't follow the youth team enough to know how it works. Nice switch of the play by Gore there. You see, coming to take the ball off his back four. Coming to get it again. What I like about United's midfield is that you've got number 8 and number 6, and they sort of share the role. None of them just sit in. Third and fourth in the league, says Brandon. There you go. To be fair, it doesn't matter where you live. You can see all the games. There's ways of seeing them. Keeper's hit it long a few times. I wouldn't necessarily do that against Hansen here, number 10. Gets it wide. Charlie McNeil. Should be a free kick, that. And referee has gone back for a free kick. Right-hand side, Charlie McNeil went a bit quick there with that. The referee says you're not having it anyway, so we'll get to take that free kick again. MET, you underestimated the demand. Another letdown, says Lucas. Hansen and Maino are two of the best I've seen, says Finn Pickett. Yeah, Hansen's the number 10. And I remember us signing him. Didn't we sign him last summer? So, yes. Hansen, the TUS legend. So it's a free kick here. Murray whips it in. And it's a goal for United. There it is. 1-0, and it's the captain, Bennett. Bennett with the goal. Captain Bennett gets on the end of Murray's cross. And United take the lead at Old Trafford, and the lads are loving it. Look at that. They're loving that. And what a roar it will be. Murray with the whipped cross. Captain Bennett with the header. He's not called Gordon Bennett, but it's a good start. And in the 12th minute, United take the lead. Good stuff, lads. Good stuff. Brave. We saw a header from Forrest at the other end about 5 minutes ago, but it's a good cross. And he glances it into the bottom corner as it's curled into the box. Nice little header by the captain. Not a lot the keeper can do. He heads it into the ground as well. Yeah. Well, maybe at the highest level, a goalkeeper would do something with that. But it's a difficult one to deal with. United lead 1-0. One hand on the cup. Yeah, Charlie Savage, obviously Garner's on loan, Maybury, and a few others. They'd be too old to play this. You've got to be 18 or under. Harry Maguire and Phil Jones. God, what a centre-back pairing that is. Even sat down together in the stands, they look crap. Anyway, banter aside. I think Zidane Iqbal might be too old as well. I think he might be 19 now. Or maybe he's 19 before August. I don't know. Mark says it's like a young Harry Maguire. No, it's not really a Harry Maguire type of header, is it? So United have a lead here. Funnily enough, Leeds have got a cross in a very similar position to United scored from, but Chelsea head it away. I mean, Leeds, for me, are just not playing like a team that's fighting for their lives. Why does the coaching staff and team of this team look far more better than our first team? Maybe one or two of them can make the bench next season, says Ronald Jacob, and it's a chance for Forest, and it's a good save by the keeper. Number 10, don't know his name. Yeah, he's not been marked very well there. Completely unmarked, the number 10. Cross comes in, and yeah, need to be marking him a little bit tighter there, United. I do like the look of number 5 just scored, but I do like the look of number 4. He's got some nice balance to his play. Patrick says, how many players do you think will be overrated today? Oh, man, I'm not coming away from this game saying put him in the first team. That's just ridiculous. You can't do that. 3-0 to Ajax at half-time. Ten Hag's going to win the league again. Lovely ball out to the left-hand side here. And gets caught under the feet of Garnacho. Gives it to Mata. Back into Murray to whip a cross in. He's put some good crosses in today. And Gore tries to get a shot off. Forest will get it away. Oh, no, they won't. Charlie McNeil. Tapwa, thank you very much for becoming a member. United putting Forest under some pressure here. Name? Really? Yeah, I've never worked them before. That's a proper captain, number 5. 3 Hag, says Angus. I call it title Hag. Man City kick off at 8:15, says Lewis. Yeah, we'll keep you up to date with that. They'll be kicking off at half time of this, actually, so might be able to flip it on for a bit. In fact, we will. We'll put it on at half time. Old Trafford's bouncing, says Malcolm. Nice little ball in again. Good tackle. United on top here. Forest look a threat, but United have just got the edge here, which is good. Oto, thank you very much for becoming a member. Mata on the right-hand side. Fullback should have whipped that in. Mainu's got it. Go on, fullback. You can whip it. Oh, just play it to the fullback. The cross was on. Lots of love for Hansen in the chat as the number 10. We all love a good number 10, don't we? I think the left back's done well, Murray. Here's Garnacho. Good little bit of running. Goes for a shot, ends up being a bit of a pass. I think he caught the ground there. Mark, how did we end up paying 80 million for Maguire and City got Haaland for 60 million, possibly Alvarez for 17? If we would have tried, we could have paid 100 million, says Ronald Jacob. The community or the people who work for the United stand put through. It was funny at first, and I've not said anything about it, but now it's just getting a bit silly. People are starting to genuinely put stuff out there about me that's just ridiculous. And I'm not having it. I'm not having my reputation or the community or the people who work for the United Stands put through any stress over something that started as a joke by somebody online, which I've never, to be fair, denied, but never confirmed. It's a nonsense. And I tell you now, I will have to be dragged kicking and screaming from this community. So, in the words of Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving. The party goes on. So you can have that confirmed. It was funny. Some people were asking in the chat, and I've just seen it on Twitter. So, you know, there we go. "20 minutes gone. United 1-0 up. 22 minutes gone. Chelsea 1-0 up against Leeds. Would you take Malen at United?" He's flopped, hasn't he, Malen? I do like Malen. I thought he was a good signing from PSV, but he has flopped a bit at Dortmund. I think. I haven't been keeping an eye on Dortmund this season, but I don't think he's done particularly well. Maybe somebody will say he's had a good second half of the season. Our goalkeeper is Vitek. He is from the Czech Republic, the same as Patrick Schick, says Michael Nolan. Thank you very much for the geography lesson there. And that sounded quite condescending. Well, I wasn't being condescending. I'm just saying thank you very much for the geography lesson. Yeah. Yeah, I can also confirm nobody else is leaving the United Stand as well. So it's not a leaving thing. People also, oh, we've got a big announcement. Somebody's leaving. I know a few people have stabbed us in the back over the last few summers, but that's not happening. Mark, I don't want any youth players in first team until the cancer is removed by Dr. Ten Hag, says Brian. Fair play. Fair play. Malen's got 5 goals in 27, says Dylan, so he's not really that good. We've got a red card for Leeds here. A red card for Leeds. It's all going wrong for Leeds. Dan James sent off for Leeds. Let's have a look. I didn't see it. Should it have been a red? He stood on the halfway line. I didn't see it. There we go. Ah, this is nasty. It's nasty. Oh, yeah, it's a red. That's a red. Luke Miller, welcome to the Members Club. Yeah. It's a red. I mean, I don't like... There's a time when that never would have been a red, and I'm older than a lot of you. So for me, I don't like to see red cards for that. But in the modern game, it's a red. Can we get a Jesse March impression, Mark? Says Owen. I've never listened to him. Dan James is a red, says Danny. Mark, where did the guy Magus Leeds are headed down, and it's unfortunate, says Chris. Still 1-0 to United here. Lots of stuff going on. I've just put the tweet out there. It's got double meaning. At Mark Goldbridge. Checked out on Twitter. He did get the ball, Cam. He did get the ball. But in the modern game, that's always going to be a red card. United attacking down the left, goes out for a throw-in. Have a great evening, Mark, and hope we will enjoy to see United next season, says Jan here. Thank you very much. Kovacic is all right. I mean, it was one of those sort of tackles that could have caught him out. Youth finals on ESPN Plus in America, says Robert. Thank you very much, Robert. 1-0 to United. 22 minutes gone. That's the Forest manager there, isn't it? Sat watching with... I recognise the guy on the right as well. I can't think who it is. Jimmy T said that the commentator just said there's 60,000 there. That means 10,000 haven't turned up who got a ticket, but they were for £1. Kudos says the quality in our youth is something to be applauded. keep an eye on Kobe Mainu. And Mark, what are your prediction for relegation? I'm going to have a look at it at half time because there's a lot going on here at the moment. Who's the guy on the left of the Forest manager there? I really recognise him. I should know who it is. If anyone's watching MUTV, who's the guy on the left? Alan says it's never a red for James. In the modern game it is, Alan, but I know what you mean. Stephen Reed, that's who it is. Thanks, James and Michael. I knew I recognised him. Played for Ireland, didn't he? Wow. Here's a chance. Here's a free kick for Forest. It's another chance to whip a ball into the box. We've not covered the back post. Keeper ends up with it from the header. Well, 60,000. There might be 10, 15,000 empty seats there, but you think about 60,000. That's more than Chelsea get. It's more than a lot of Premier League clubs get. Another chance for Forest there, edge of the box. Didn't really catch hold of it well enough. Just a quick one. David Sherwin. Don't know what he's on about there. Good play here down the right-hand side from United. Good link-up play between Gerardo and Mata. Slips it into Gore. Gets it wide. That was McNeil. Gets it wide. Here's Hansen. Yeah, he has. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, actually. He has got shades of Grealish, Hansen, the number 10 for United. Good build-up play here. Lovely ball. And a bit unlucky there. Gerardo finds Hansen on the edge of the box. Maybe it's the way he wears his socks. Ajax are 3-0 up at half-time yet. Bruno's in the crowd there with Eric Bailly. But I mean, I've got to be absolutely honest here, right? If you win the Youth Cup for Liverpool and you're in the dressing room and Jordan Henderson walks in, Mo Salah walks in, it's just going to make your day even better, isn't it? You win the Youth Cup for United and Bruno and Maguire walk in. Lukaku's just scored. No, he's offside. You win the Youth Cup with these United lads and Bruno and Maguire walk in, you're probably hiding the cup because they're probably trying to grab it and say they won something this year. If Leeds go down, should we get Phillips? Has a clause in his contract, says Matthew Eade. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't pay £60 million for him, but I'd pay 25. Beast, thank you very much for becoming a member there. Hansen's like a young Modric, says Abdullah. He's a Rolls Royce of a player, says Rickster. I'd put a sign on the door if they win the tournament. If they win tonight, United youth team, I'd put a sign on the door saying, no senior players allowed. Win your own trophy, you shit twats. Could Ronaldo can walk in, Sherlock. I'd let Ronaldo and De Gea in. That's it. Respect Bruno. Bruno's not won anything at United. I don't think Sporting's won the league the year he left. I mean, I like Bruno, but what I'm saying is he's not a trophy magnet. I think I just saw Kenton Proctor in the crowd as well. If you know, you know. No, on all serious note, if they win this and Harry Maguire walks in, those young lads will love it because they'll look up to them. Unfortunately, that's not their fault. They need better role models, and that's something Ten Hag has to change. Good question here. Steve says, do you think Eric Ten Hag will bring his youth coaches to coach the youth? I don't know whether it will go that deep. I mean, United's youth is being coached quite well, so I don't know whether they'll necessarily change that. Alvarez to Man United thoughts, says Edwin. You can't link us to every Ajax player. What do you think about getting a forward player like Adama and converting them to a fullback, says Stephen Ross. I like round holes with round pegs. Tom says Lingard walks in doing a Millie Rock. Apparently Lingard's in there now, just dancing. He's having a disco. He's warm. He's the warm-up act. Will Man United be in the Europa League? It's not definite, mate. If West Ham win another game, we're screwed. And they've got 2 games left. They get 3 points. They're level with us, and they've got a much better goal difference. I think Crystal Palace could easily beat us on the last game of the season. Half an hour gone. Oh, he's turned him. Is he going to give a free kick? Yeah. Foul by the number 10 on Jackson, the centre-back for United. He looks it looks like a bit of a moody twat, that number 10. Just because you missed a sitter, mate. And check his passport. He looks about 28. Lukaku's looking fresh. Playing for a move. I tell you what, those balls are lovely. Get yourself one of those balls and have a good feel of it. It's such a good... I mean, with your foot. Like, these Premier League balls, you can get them in Sports Direct for about 20 quid. I think they're discounted because it's the end of the season. Oh, my God. They're so good. Makes me want to get my boots on. Get my boots on again. I should be on commission. I should get one. I've got one upstairs. I need a stretch. My back's playing up a lot today. Don't know what it is. Firas, thank you very much for your super chat there. There's a lot of weird virgins in the chats. Like all this sus stuff. I'm talking about a football. If you're thinking about that, you're the sus ones. Bloody hell. What a weird bunch of people we've got in the chats that they think talking about a bloody football. They're thinking about the balls on their end of their knob. My God. That says more about you than it does about me. I'm talking about a game of football. Bloody weirdos. 32 minutes gone here. We'll be talking about relegation at half time because Leeds are losing 1-0. I think Leeds are looking like the team that might be going down here. I mean, they're all doing this with their scarves. That's not going to keep you up. I mean, that's like Leeds fans doing with this with their scarves. It's like trying to fly, isn't it? You're not going to be a helicopter. You're not going to get points and move up the table like that. It's like they're trying to get them up. Come on, let's get more points. Let's fly. Let's swing our scarves around our heads. Not going to work. Not going to work. Leeds down to 10 men as well. Dan James is a red. I mean, got a red. Got a red, legitimately. They're in trouble. We'll be talking about that at half time. Prediction for the North London derby tomorrow, says CUOYS. Well, I hope Spurs win to make it interesting. But if Arsenal get a point, they've basically got top 4. They're favourites anyway. Doing a watch along for that tomorrow night on That's Football, actually. Thanks, Roy. Says he loves me. Oliver says, will we miss Pogba? Hold on a minute. Here's Hansen coming forward. Loses the ball, unfortunately. Cockney 10, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for joining. We are keeping an eye on the Ajax score. That's why we've got the Ajax score on the screen. I think some people type without actually doing their own homework. Have people become that lazy that they don't read the screen? It's 3-0 to Ajax at half-time. Mana, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. I don't know who did the fart last night. People are calling it Fartgate. James is on about it. Apparently there was a fart on the forum last night. Watch it. But I don't know anything about it. So, and I wasn't there. So, yeah, nobody, I don't know. We've got a bit of a stoppage in the Chelsea game. Don't know what's going on here. Anthony Taylor stood with some Chelsea lads. I'll tell you what, it's the first time in a long time I've done a United stand stream and had to block so many people. You think on a Youth Cup final where our youngsters might be getting a big result, people would be in a good mood, but it seems to be a night of toxic twats. So keep it coming and you'll keep getting blocked. That's football can be a little bit like that, but the United stand community is normally quite good. Medical emergency at Leeds, apparently. I feel United are playing within themselves a little bit here. They've got the goal. They obviously respect Forest. It's an FA Youth Cup final. And ultimately, it's about winning, isn't it? Oh, is he the last man? No, he's given a foul against him. EJ says it was Jordan. I'll have a stretch in a minute, Limbs. The game's definitely slowed down, Hilton. I agree. Where can I watch the youth game, says Ibrahim. Tell us what country you're in and we'll give you some advice. It's 1-0 to Inter, says Elic. I don't know whether that's confirmed yet. Here's Mainu in the box. Garnacho. Oh, shot across the goal. Goes for a goal kick. And it is 1-0 to Inter. We've got a scorer. Martinez. Barella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella. Inter score through Barella. Ella. Inter score through Barella. No, stop there. Cheers for the watch along, Mark. FA player on Facebook, not working for me. Thanks for all the content. Listen to your shows while working every day, says Cade. Thank you to Cade. Thank you very much for your support there. Thanks for the super chat. You can do that through the $ if you wish to do it. I was going to gift out some memberships. YouTube have got this new thing now where if you're a member, you can gift members. I did 10 today on the afternoon show. I'm not going to do it today because I noticed that there's a few strangers in the chat and I would hate them to get one of the memberships. So I will do one tomorrow on a more hardcore community, maybe the morning show. No, you can pay for your own. What do you think is causing all these medical emergencies? Never happens often. So I can't. They're randomly gift. Drawty wants one. I said, but they're randomly gift. I can't. No memberships. Ah, right. Okay. You'll have to put it down as expenses. Chelsea are in here. Reece James 2-0. Oh, what a save by Meslier. What a save from Mason Mount. Cross came in from Reece James across the 6-yard box. Oh, it's Pulisic, that's why. Could have been Timo Werner. Lovely play by Chelsea down the right-hand side. Lukaku slips in Reece James, who was offside, to be fair. But even so, the cross was good, and Pulisic should bury that, and he doesn't. What do you think is causing all these medical emergencies? Never happened often since 2020, says Sean Burns. Well, I think you're a conspiracy theorist, Sean, and I'm not going down that road. What I can tell you is that there's new protocol around this, where games used to carry on, and they don't anymore. Hi, Mark. Where can I watch the Youth Cup? I'm from South Africa, says Sean. So, MUTV, FA player, if you can get that, although I think it might have gone down. Is anyone in South Africa can give Sean a bit of help? Mark, how important do you think character and mentality is in football? Do you think Real Madrid are an example of how far it can get you? Oh, yes, Nasser, 100%. 100%. 100%. Real Madrid could have been knocked out 3 times. PSG should have finished them off. Chelsea should have finished them off. Man City should have finished them off. 3 times ain't a joke. Richard, thank you very much for the super chat there. DSTV, apparently, Sean. Love everything you do. You make my day better every day. Going to have a pint in the Hairy Lemon tomorrow. Jack, have one for me. Don't literally have one for me because that would be double what you're going to drink. But yes, I want to get over to Ireland ASAP. What about India? Sony 10. I remember that from earlier. Edge of the box is Gore. Nice little slip. Shot. Oh, just wide from Garnacho there. Good play by Gore and Garnacho. I mean, look, what I would say is Garnacho's a really good player, but has he stood out to you as the superstar of this team? He's a good player, but I think it's fair play to everybody else. It was clever play by Gore as well to pull in the shot and then slip it wide to Garnacho, give him a bit of space. But yeah, Garnacho's a talent, but to be fair, some of the other lads have looked as good. Hansen at 10, says Christine. Hi, Mark. I know this is the wrong platform, but me and my mates, okay, where's this going? Love you when you play Fall Guys. Ever think of playing again? I do it every now and again, Julian, yeah, on my Twitch channel. Come to Northern Ireland, mate. I'll buy you a pint, says Ross. Yeah, I like Northern Ireland. And I like pints. Jake says the back 4 has stood out to me the most. Well, Jackson and Bennett Bennett scored the goal. He's the captain, but Jackson's had a good game. Murray and Gerardo have got forward well. I rate the number 6, says Molly Jones. That's Kobe Mainu, yeah. So we're approaching half-time here. We've got 3 more minutes to go to half-time. He's the only one recognised he gets more defenders, says Mario Franco. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, Garnacho's obviously the standout player because he's the one who's knocking on the door of the first team. Which player from the youth team would you like to see in the first team set up next season, says Nick Hill. Well, no, I do agree that I think Garnacho is probably the player that's most ready at the moment. And remember, this is under 18. So there are people like Alvaro Fernandez, Hannibal Mabry, who are youth players, but they're just too old to play for the under 18s now. So a lot of these won't be ready for another year or so, maybe another 2 years. I mean, a lot of these may not go on loan for another 2 years. So, but I like the look of Mainu. I like the look of Hansen. I like the look of Gore. The centre-backs look decent. But the thing with the centre-backs, you know, you're not ready to play first-team football as a centre-back for probably another 3 or 4 years. So the attacking players have probably got more chance of breaking through. Spencer says, word of warning. Streamers got into for that, says Spencer. Everything gets filed as tax, mate. Yeah, I'm not a YouTuber that doesn't declare my YouTube revenue as for tax. I know there's plenty of people who do that, but the tax man will catch you out. But thank you, Spencer, for your concern. Members club subscriptions must be included. We strike jokes. Love the content, Mark. Keep it up. All right, Mohammed, yes. United really love captaining their dodgy centre-backs, says Julian. Well, this dodgy centre-back has scored the goal, mate, so I don't think he's dodgy. A centre-back is a good choice as a captain. Good shot. Oh, no. It's 1-1. The keeper's made a clanger. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. De Gea's pan to De Gea. who puts his head down. It's a big keeping error. Hansen is a Norwegian talent, just like Haaland, says BK. Well, it's one of those. It's one of those, really. It's a shot from the edge of the box. I mean, God, if this was a United first-team keeper, they'd be dropped. It's straight at him. And he's done this little palm it into his own goal thing. He's made a right... It's just, to be honest with you, it's just an absolute keeping clanger. You've got a feel for the lad. All the eyes on him. And it's right on half time as well. And you've got it, you go in half time, you're 1-0 up, you just about deserve it. Now you go in 1-1, you got to start again. But makes a good game. With Chelsea's getting new ownership, do you think Tuchel is under the gun and needing some kind of silverware next season, says Alec? I think you're always under the gun at Chelsea under Abramovich. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be the same. Yeah, he's a young lad in a big final. Lift his head up. I like the way that the players ran around him. He's so pissed off with himself there. And the thing is, he's not really had anything to do. Routine saves, really. And he gets that one shot against him, and it's gone in. Scott, thank you very much for joining the Members Club. We're literally just about to hit half-time here. We're right in the 55th, 45th minute. Henderson wants to be under 18 keeper from next year after that, says Mark. Imagine they bring on Ronaldo and he scores the winner. Well, apparently Henderson's warming up on the touchline. He's desperate to get on. Cross comes in from United there. Come on, lads. We can get back into this. Nobody said it was easy. It's never meant to be easy. The path to success is littered with challenges. Main Street Studio says it's been a good first half. Well, we've had a goal each. We want a bit of entertainment in here. Any player from the relegated teams who United should consider signing, says Nikhil. Somebody just said it's 3-0 to PSV. We don't care. It don't matter. Because Ajax are winning 3-0. So it doesn't matter what PSV do. It's about that. I think it's half-time here. 1-1. Ollie was a good leader, says Kaka. 1-1 at half-time. United took the lead through Bennett from a Murray cross. And then mistake by Vitek at the back. A routine shot that he's let slip underneath him. 1-1. All to do in the second half, but it's a 45-minute thing now. Let's see what happens in the second half. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I'm actually just going to quickly stand up and change the channel to the Man City game because they're playing Wolves at the moment. So Leeds are definitely going to lose anyway. So not massively concerned about Leeds against Chelsea. Dan James, always a red. He's received a red, and Chelsea were already 1-0 up at that point. Let me just move across there. Wolves against Manchester City. There we go. So there we go. Half time. Let's have a quick chat about that first half from United. Jordan Hunt, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to check out the exclusive content that we have. And also, if you are a member, can you please get onto the community tab and cast your vote on the poll for what next video you want as part of the membership? Because you've got a choice between Richarlison versus Nunes stats compared, De Gea versus Edison distribution and save stats compared, Mukiele and Delo right back stats, or Lamer versus Fred midfield stats. So get on the vote and let us know what you want to do in relation to that. But it is 1-1 here, and Man City have scored straight away. Man City lead 1-0 straight away. Liverpool fans will not be happy. But I'm happy about that. It's a lovely goal made by a keeping error. No. Let me just update you here. It's 1-0 to City. De Bruyne, little flick. Bernardo Silva back into De Bruyne. That's just a quality goal. Literally a give and go. De Bruyne plays it into Bernardo Silva, slips it in. takes 5 players out. 1-0. Nice and easy does it. And it's 1-0 to Manchester City, which is a good thing for Manchester United. That is a good thing for Manchester United. We do need Man City to win today to stop Liverpool winning the title, but also Wolves are a team that could get back to us. So good start there. I'll keep the Man City Wolves game on, although that could be over now straight away. The relentless side. They're a relentless side. They really are. Feel bad for the goalkeeper, says Sharak Esh. And Mainu's the rising star. It's 1-0 to City, yes. And it's Kevin De Bruyne who scored it. But yeah, I do feel bad for the goalkeeper. I'll talk about the relegation battle in a minute in the Premier League, but I do feel bad for the goalkeeper. He's United have defended well enough to take a lead at 1-0 at half-time. They should be going in 1-0 at half-time. This is 3rd against 4th in the league in the FA Youth Cup final. It's a big, big game. And to make a mistake like that in a game like this is big. He's just got to, get his head together at half-time. Go again. Purple, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for becoming a member. And so to Scott Manderson, I think said that as well. The United right back looks solid. Unsure of his name, says Perry Smith. Gerardo is the name. And we have a super chat from Zakir. He says, opinion on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Last pre-season, you said he'll prove many people wrong if he stays. Want to see what you think about his future now. Yeah, mate, I do it every season. I sort of predict 2 players as a player that's going to prove people wrong. I predict Anthony Martial and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So the reality is there was no pick. There was no pick. There is no player that you could predict was going to have a breakout season and be right, because the only 2 that have are Ronaldo and De Gea, and that's not rocket science. They're the 2 best earners at the club, and they're the 2 best players at the club. What happens to these 18-year-olds trying their hearts out to 10 years later and thinking they deserve the world and entitled to wear the shirts, as Tomo? And I think it's a great point, Tomo. It's sad, actually, that some of these players might actually lose that hunger and passion and become what some of these United first-team players have become. I think a lot of that's to do with the way the clubs run. They treat them like pop stars. And I think a lot of it's to do with the people they have around them. I don't speak to any of the youth players, but I would definitely be saying, be very careful about the people that you surround yourself with, and don't ever lose sight of the dream. This is a dream to play for Man United, and you're on that pathway. Don't ever see it as a journey that's over and a privileged position whereby, they owe you a living, which is some of these players do. Mainu is the 6th, the real deal, Mark, says Andrew. Mate, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you here. Kobe Mainu may end up being a United player. Charlie McNeil may end up being a United player, but we're playing an under-18s Youth Cup final here. You can't tell me they're good enough from that. This is youth football. This is why I don't watch a lot of youth football, because they're playing under-18s football. There's nobody 21 on that pitch. There's no one 25. There's no experienced 32-year-old centre-back to clatter them. This is youth football. And everybody's the same age. So there's lack of experience. There's lack of physicality to a certain extent. There's no point in talking about a youth player being a first-team player until they are a first-team player. Wolves are giving it a go here. They're on the left-hand side. He's into the box. Is that Neto? Cuts it back. This should be 1-1. It is 1-1. They played it well. Paddy Cassidy, welcome to the Members Club. 1-1. 1-1. Liverpool fans are cheering. Shit. They've carved them open a couple. SV have also conceded as well. But it's 1-1. I don't want this result. I do not want this result. Do not want this result at all. Man City need to be winning this, and they just caught on the break. Caught on the break. They're all over the place. Jimenez, nice ball to Neto. And surprisingly, they've just not picked up the runner from the box. 1-1. I want City to win as well, Lack. Desperately want City to win. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. Big summer ahead for Manchester United. Big second half ahead for the Manchester United youth side. FA Youth Cup final. They're 1-1 at the moment. Let me just tell you about the Premier League, though. In relation to the relegation battle, this is quite relevant to Manchester United, because it's Leeds who are in the bottom 3 at the moment, and they are going to lose this game of football as well. They are currently on 36 games played, 34 points, with a much worse goal difference than Burnley. So they're in big trouble, Leeds, really big trouble. And I think their last game of the season is, well, they've got Brighton at home and then Brentford away. They've got to win one of those. They've got to win one of those, because Burnley are basically, they can both lose all the games and Burnley will stay up. Burnley still got to play Spurs and Villa and Newcastle. So it's not looking good for Leeds if Burnley can find a win somewhere. But having said that, I don't think Burnley can necessarily expect to go to Spurs and win, or Villa and win. But maybe in that last game of the season against Newcastle, they can find something. But maybe Leeds won't win again. I think Everton are going to end up staying up by virtue of the fact that they've got more points than the Leeds. So, yeah, I'd say Leeds are my prediction to go down. In fact, let's just do it. We may as well do it while we're live. Who's going down? Let's do a little poll in the chat here. Who is going down? We'll go Burnley, Everton. Oh, I've messed it up. I have to delete it now. I'll do it again. I just did 2 teams. Burnley, Everton. Now, add option, yes, Leeds. Get in the chat. Bit of topical conversation there. Love the show, says Dennis. Thank you. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Is there any topical Manchester United news at the moment? Not that I've heard of. I mean, topical. Ajax are winning 3-0, and they kicked off at 7 o'clock, so 7:45. They're about 15 minutes away from winning the title. We need to get a tweet ready for that, for Ten Hag. That'd be good. 3-2 PSV, doesn't matter. PSV's score is irrelevant. Ajax are going to win the league. They've only got 2 games left and they're 4 points clear. All they had to do was win tonight. It didn't matter if PSV won 20-0. It was still going to be the title for them. Oh, Macarena. All right. Thoughts on Inacho news? It's not true, Leon. It's Portuguese media that I don't believe. God, if you don't understand the Portuguese media and what's reliable and what's not reliable, then you should do, because we lived it for 8 months with Bruno Fernandes. And remember the summer we didn't buy Bruno Fernandes? We were constantly linked to Bruno Fernandes by every Portuguese outlet. So I don't trust them. Yeah. Why am I not playing for the youth team? Yeah. What decade would I be old enough to play for the youth team? So for me to be able to play under 18s football, we'd have to be in the last millennium. That's depressing. Yeah, I was too old to play under 18s football in the year 2000. So, yeah, that's really depressing. Thanks for that. Full-time predictions. Look, I think Forest have. It's been quite a competitive game, and De Bruyne. It's a goal for Manchester City. He scored again. I can't believe I'm taking joy in Manchester City scoring, but I am, because I want them to win. Because I don't want Wolves to win, and I don't want Liverpool to win the league. So, yes, De Bruyne's on a hat trick. He's got 2 goals here. It's a good game, actually. Good game. I've got that on that screen, and I've got Man United's FA Youth Cup on this screen. So, yes. The reality is this. We're watching the FA Youth Cup final whilst also watching Man City against Wolves. But the other reality is that it is currently... Let me just confirm here. The scores and other Premier League games are 0-0 at half-time between Watford and Everton, and 0-0 between Leicester and Norwich, and it is 2-1 here, 1-0 to Leeds. 1-0 to Chelsea against Leeds, who are in big trouble. Big trouble. Ajax are about 15 minutes away from winning the league, and PSV are not going to win the league anyway, so it's a big shout out to them. Ajax, not PSV. Not taking the piss. How many screens do you have, says Wolf Oz. So, well, I'm watching United on my desktop because it's on MUTV and FA Player. I've got my gaming screen there. I've got my TV screen there. And if I need another one, I've got my notepad, which I can put there. So I don't think I've ever had 4 on the go at the same time. I've had 3 on the go at the same time, but I've never done all 4. See, someone's going to say Susbridge now when I'm actually talking about screens. Filth in the chat. In relation to the poll, who is going down? 20% Burnley, 14% Everton, 66% for Leeds. Who do you want to go down? Who do you want to go down? I don't know whether I want Leeds to go down. I think it's mainly because I've been thinking Burnley and Everton would go down. I do like playing Leeds because they really do enjoy playing us, and they're a big club with a big capacity. They've only just got back in the Premier League. I mean, they'll come straight back. I mean, don't get me started on the relegation thing. It's a joke. This parachute payment, you may as well call it bloody bouncy ball payment because they just bounce straight back. They've got so much money. But yeah, I did want Burnley to stay up, but now that they haven't got Deitch, it's not the same. So look, whoever goes down, goes down. I don't think Everton are going to go down. I think it'll be Burnley or Leeds. I want to play for my mate's team, Radcliffe Town, says Ethan. I don't live near Radcliffe, so it'll be a very long commute for me. I don't want Richarlison, so Everton needs to stay up, says Audrey. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, you're very welcome on the United Stand. We're live every morning at 10 a.m. with the new show, every night at 8 o'clock. And De Bruyne puts a cross in again there. We're just waiting for the second half to kick in here. We're very close to 334,000. We're only 100 away. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. See if we can hit there tonight. I think we have got some match reactions coming up for you as well, because I know Adam and a few other people are here. United are just coming out onto the pitch, just warming up. And when is the Eurovision? Leeds and Fulham will never play against each other again, says Arthur. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's a bit like Norwich and Bournemouth, isn't it? They'll never play each other again. Josh Pearson, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Avanash says, where can we watch it for free? Well, we're just about to start the second half here. Saturday night is the Eurovision. I do quite like it, but it's always a bit of a, we never win it. If we had a chance of winning it, it'd be better. But I grew up watching it, to be fair, as well. Yeah. Martin Byrne, thank you very much for the super chat there. So 2-1 to City, and we've kicked off in the second half here. Is George here there? Yeah, we'll get the timer when he comes back. It's a song contest, Reese, the Eurovision. Timer will start in a minute, but I don't know where Drawty is at the moment. Thoughts on Moss retiring, says Callum. And pleased to hear you're not leaving, Mark. I like your crew, but you're the United Stand and the one we got to know a bit through lockdown, says Ian Carlton. Thank you very much. Come on, United. Let's get moving. It's on ESPN Plus in America, says Nate. Thank you very much, Nate. Can you give us a quick summary of the first half? So United went ahead with the free kick. Murray crossed it into the centre-back. And then right before half, the keeper's down, actually injured at the moment. I think he caught a boot in the face. Right before half-time, a Forest player took a shot, which was a straightforward save. Keeper went down on it and led it through. Thanks to Mark Goldbridge Clips. He's loved the content. Yeah. Yeah, I won't let them know that. We're just about to hit 2 minutes in. So just about to hit 47 seconds. 47. Yeah. Keeper's all right. Vitek is all right. He went down injured there. And it is free kick. He's just taken that. So we're back up and running. Nothing's really happened here so far. Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, they're probably down tools because they know Ajax are 3-0 up. Run DM says, what do you think of David Carmo? That's a name I haven't heard from in ages. Didn't he used to play for Benfica at centre-back? Remember United were linked to him, God, 3 or 4 years ago now. Don't know anything about him now. Do not know anything about him anymore. I think he was a left-footed centre-back, if I'm right. They plays for Braga. 22. That was it. Yeah, no, we've been linked to him by a Portuguese outlet. What a surprise. Yeah, I don't think he is somebody that United are looking at. I mean, I haven't heard about him for a long time. So, Liam, thank you very much. Goal for he's done it. Hat trick, De Bruyne. 23-minute hat trick. He is the GOAT. That is amazing. That is massive, isn't it? In a game that matters. It's just absolutely incredible. 23-minute hat trick for Kevin De Bruyne. He runs it as well. Runs it all on his own. Oh, God, he's on fire. Absolutely on fire. United, of course, attacking the Stretford end in the second half. Here's Garnacho in the box. I think we're hitting shots a little bit too. Oh, go on, Gore. McNeil didn't quite catch it. That's a great goal by De Bruyne. Drives forward and then bang with his left foot. Oh my God. Well, this is the thing you talk about. It's a goal. Is it a goal? No. Sorry, I thought McNeil had scored. I just saw him not going like that. I think he's trying to get the crowd up. Got excited there. But yeah, in relation to De Bruyne, Pogba and Bruno, you know, there's a very big difference, isn't there? Armin says Fred's still clear of De Bruyne. United are pushing for a goal here. Good shot. Good save. Oh, it just didn't drop. It didn't drop. Good save by the Forest keeper here. When are you coming to Ireland to do a show, Mark? Says Martin. Soon. I'm looking forward to doing that. Who hits this? Was it Gore again? No, it was Gerardo, the fullback. Lovely hit. Forces a good save. And then, I mean, Charlie McNeil, that's a FIFA penalty. But it wasn't given. So Man City cruising here against Wolves. It's a very open game. I wouldn't be surprised if Wolves got a goal back. That goal that hat trick by Kevin De Bruyne has put him above Harry Kane for goals in the Premier League this season. There we go. Well, Kevin De Bruyne chose goatness tonight, didn't he? 23-minute hat trick. And he's playing in a box-to-box role. Legendary says, Fernandez, Mainu, Laird, Garnacho, Bernard, Gardner should be in the conversation of players playing next year instead of buying. We should use youth. Yeah, you can't use that much then, Legendary. And I don't think it's fair to chuck Mainu in at 17. Probably the best performance so far of any individual player this year by Fanta Pants, says Nick P. United are pushing here. It's been a very energetic start to the first half. You sense there might be a goal coming. Somebody asked about Charlie Savage earlier. He's 19, so he can't play this game. This is 18 and under. Youth Cup. Why is Lingard not playing? Because he's 29. I missed the Karaki impression, says Jagan. Well, the Karaki impressions can come back because me and Michael, we're watching the game together, because we feel responsible for the youthy, because we were in charge. This was part of our culture plan. We said we were building a club with culture, but people thought we meant the first team. We actually meant the under-18s. We're going to win a cup. Watching these lads making me super excited for pre-season under Ten Hag. Finally, proper player development at this club, says Bryce. Thank you very much for the super chat there. And these youngsters can make us proud, says Horn. Well, it's a corner to Forest here. Lots of football tonight. We can't be far away from Ajax winning the league. 23-minute hat trick, says Matthew Eade for De Bruyne. Yeah, they're in the 83rd minute. Forest having a bit of possession here. Newcastle and Nunez rumours. Yeah, they'll chuck a load of money at him. I mean, to be honest with you, if he's a mercenary, he'll go to Newcastle, won't he? Good chance here. Good tackle there by Bennett. Or block. Good stuff. Still playing. Oh, it's dropped then because he had 400. Will Bruno ever be on the same level as De Bruyne? Says Josh. I mean, Josh. I think you've got to be fair there. There's whoever. Who you know, De Bruyne is one of the best players we've had in the Premier League. You know, I personally think it's incomparable to Scholes, Lampard, or Gerrard. But some people will be saying, well, could they score a hat trick in 23 minutes? 4-0 to Ajax now. Good tempo for this game in the second half, though. Might not be 4-0. Hold on. It might not be 4-0. It is 4-0. It is 4-0. It is 4-0. There you go. The youth should visit first team locker room for some words on effort before the Palace game, says Brian. I'm just going to end the poll, actually, because 63% say Leeds are going to go down. So we'll end that poll there. It is 4-0. How many minutes to go in that game? Can't be long. 4 minutes to go. We've seen Newcastle away to bid for Nunez, says Rory Sand. I don't know where this is coming from about Nunez and Newcastle, but if anyone knows or anything, let us know. The UK coverage of football is shocking, says Jack Brown. All right. 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea. I was just putting a tweet out. That's why I went silent, Therese. Check it out. I've jumped the gun a little bit, but I think I'm going to be okay. At Mark Goldbridge. Kevin De Bruyne, third quickest hat-trick in Premier League history, says Lars. I know what the quickest one is. It's me, Karaki! 8 minutes. 8-minute hat-trick off the bench. Against Nottingham Foresty. Was it an 8-minute hat-trick? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an 8-minute hat-trick, Solskjaer. Somebody just said it's Sadio Mane. It's definitely Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, what I'm saying is it can't be... Well, De Bruyne can't be the second quickest then, can he? Yeah, okay. But, well, De Bruyne is definitely not second. It's not me, Karaki. I'm back in the bin. I'm back in the bin. I'm back on the scrap heap. Well, I wouldn't know it was Mane because I'm not a Liverpool fan, so thank God I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Well, De Bruyne might be the quickest to do it from minute one. The under-18 should bring on Lingard for a farewell run out, says Daya. He's probably still a legend. He's probably still eligible to be really. And he did it for Southampton, Mane. Solskjaer didn't do it in the FA Cup. He did it in the league. I'm old enough to remember. 12-minute hat-trick for Solskjaer. He scored 4. So, half an hour to go. 1-1. This could go extra time. No, wait, that wasn't a penalty there. Zinchenko gets the ball, I think. Oh, no, it's a penalty, that. This would be a penalty for Wolves. He definitely takes the player before the ball. Yeah. You've got to give a penalty for that, ref. That's a penalty every day of the week. My Christ, they haven't given it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe he's not given a penalty for that on VAR. Oh, my God. 5-0 to Ajax. Vince says it's never a penalty, but he stamps his foot down and takes the player out and then kicks the ball away. How is that not a penalty? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Madness. Really mad. I mean, I've only seen it, but that for me is a penalty. You can't foul a player, then kick the ball. Zinchenko actually puts his foot on the player, trips him, and then reaches out and kicks the ball afterwards. But there we go. Still 1-1. Half an hour to go. Well, under half an hour to go. It's a penalty, but thank God, and City need to win. Oh yeah, Lars. I mean, there's that side of it, but yeah. If you're going to say it's not a penalty, can you explain to us why it's not a penalty? Because I've clearly explained why it is a penalty. He puts the tackle in, he kicks the Wolves player, and then he extends his leg and kicks the ball. So therefore, he kicks the Wolves player before he's kicked the ball. Therefore, it's a penalty. Hi, Mark. Any more live shows planned like the gigs thing? Well, that was a long time ago, Astrid. I mean, that was before COVID. Unless there's another angle I haven't seen, that's a stone waller for me. And I want City to win. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter who. It should always have been given a penalty, as far as I'm concerned. MUFC MPB. Manchester United have stepped up their interest in Iheanacho. He's desperate to play in the Premier League this season. And where was this Darwin Núñez story? Newcastle are preparing a 70 million offer for Darwin Núñez linked to Manchester United. I don't know how good that source is. It's a Portuguese source. Yeah, they're on fire, these Portuguese sources at the moment. Like peri sauce. Yeah, I wouldn't really believe anything, to be honest, about that at the moment. Come on, United. Come on, United. Come on, United. Ajax full time. Championi. Ole, ole. I mean, I don't really give a shit. I'm not an Ajax fan. Of course, I want them to win because Ten Hag's our new manager. And I want them to win because he can focus on United. I find it hilarious that some United fans have become Ajax fans because our manager is managing Ajax and our youth team's playing tonight. So I'm not an Ajax fan. I just want him to win it so he can come and start working for us. Speaks volumes of United's popularity when the FA Youth Cup final is televised in India. We need to start winning soon, says Summerjit. And hi, Mark, it's my birthday. I love the content. Could you shout out my six-a-side team, Bandits FC? Would really appreciate it, says Jack. Shout out for Bandits FC. Hansen's coming off here. Double substitution. Hansen comes off. Why has it taken this long for Ten Hag to win a Farmers League? Says Rash. He's the manager of United. So Hansen's come off, number 10, and on comes Oyedele, number 16. And McNeil's coming off. Doesn't look very happy. And it's Hugel coming on. I do like Hugel. That's a bit of a shot. Manager's had a bit of a word with O'Neill there. I don't think his attitude coming off pleased the manager there. Don't know whether anyone spotted that. The camera sort of panned away a little bit, but he didn't like it. Yeah, Hansen from TSFC has just come off. This was pre becoming a centre back. He's an 18-year-old number 10 here from Norway. But Hugel's, I do like Joe Hugel up front for United, but Charlie McNeil is off. Ajax have won. Somebody just asked me about the age of Zidane Iqbal. I think he's too old. Yeah, he's 19. He can't play. It's under 18s football, this. You've got to be 18 or under to play. Wolves on the attack again. Cross comes in. Keepers onto that. You think Ten Hag will be allowed to focus more on United even though the season's not finished, as Jameson Gray? Well, I think their last game's on Sunday, so it matters not. I mean, he's got to go and get pissed up for a few days, hasn't he? So I think early next week he can start for United, yeah. Which is good because, I mean, early next week, it's still middle of May. Come on, United. I'm getting a bit nervous now. 25 minutes to go. Could be a penalty shootout. Very equal game. I mean, I think the manager's right to make some substitutions. Mix it up a little bit. Looks to me like we've gone for 3 in the midfield. More like a 4-3-3, isn't it? Scott Manderson says, who stood out? I think the defences look good for United. The midfield too, I like Gore and Mainu. We've not really created enough for McNeil. He had a very quiet game, which is a bit of a shame. Leicester are winning 1-0 against Norwich. Thank you, Adrian. 67,500 at Old Trafford. What will it take for Man City to win the league? Well, if they get 3 points here tonight, they go 3 points ahead of Liverpool with 2 games to go. So, and with their goal difference, they can basically lose. As long as they win one of their last 2, they'll win the league, really, unless Liverpool go and blast somebody. So, yeah. Palm says the hoodie looks clean. Yeah, if you want to get one, just go to United Stand Shopify. We do ship them worldwide. They're lovely. In fact, I'm going to get another one and just keep it for prosperity in the wrapper. Is there VAR in youth games, says Clinton? I doubt it. There's no VAR in the Championship, so I doubt they'd have it in. Well, they won't have it in youth football. Whether they just have it on for the final, I don't know. But Mark, thank you very much for the super chat. Brandon Williams over Tellez is scary. I don't like the idea of a right-footed left-back. And people will say Cancelo, but Cancelo's not Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams has done okay for a relegated Norwich. He's not been their standout player. He's been okay. So I think it's a big jump to say, let's put a right-footed person at left-back who's done okay for Norwich. I might get proven wrong, but I don't think he's of the level we need, really. But you never know. There might be a big improvement under Ten Hag. Yeah, Steve James says Dennis Irwin. But look, you know, Brandon Williams is not Dennis Irwin and he's not Cancelo. I'm right-footed. Does that mean I can play at left-back? Like, there's a talent thing here. I don't know why he doesn't play at right-back. Cancelo can play right-back and left-back. So Brandon Williams just seems to want to play left-back all the time. Why doesn't he try right-back? Jordan's just literally compared Brandon Williams to Cancelo. When Cancelo was Brandon Williams' age, they said he was crap. So he's Cancelo now. This is the trouble. We've just literally spoken about this before the game started, overhyping our own players, and our fans just can't help doing it, some of them. Brandon Williams is now Cancelo. Great. Thoughts on the North London derby tomorrow? I'm looking forward to it, doing a watch-along on That's Football. It's a shame Spurs aren't close enough that if they win, they go above Arsenal. But I think if they do win, they put a lot of pressure onto Arsenal. Which youth player will you take for the first team, says Enrique. I'm not going to say that. I don't do that. I don't mind lots of them being given a chance. But you know what? You could say Garnacho, McNeil and Mainu are going to be first-team superstars. You might stick Gore or Bennett or Jackson in there and they perform better moving from youth football to men's football. 20 minutes to go here. You should do a Newcastle rebuild career. No. What, Jonathan, I'm doing a Man United career, which is a rebuild without the money of Newcastle. So it's a harder thing. Sterling wanted a penalty there. He's not going to get one. What I love about this 65,000 capacity, 65,000 attendance tonight is that after a horrifically bad season for Manchester United's first team, you can still get 65,000 United fans turning up for a youth FA Cup final. And it just shows the love at the club and the passion for this football club and the desire for it to do well. Maybe if Ten Hag is in the crowd for Palace, it might put the frighteners on the players to actually put in a performance for their futures. I'd expect him to be in the crowd, Glenn. I fully expect him to be in the crowd. And I hope he is, because we need to get, hopefully, if we win, we'll get in the Europa League. If we draw, we should be all right as well. Oh, headed down. I thought we scored there from the corner. It was Bennett up again. Headed it into a Forest player, I think. Yeah, Hugel up front. He's come on for McNeil. Joe Hugel's a good striker as well. I think we got him from Sunderland. McNeil gets a lot of the headlines, but Hugel's decent. Still 20 minutes to go here. Do you know anything about Sosa to United, or is there nothing in it? Says Jameson Gray. I don't know anything about it. Goal kick. Quickest hat tricks from the start of a game. Sadio Mane, 16 minutes. Dwight York, and then De Bruyne. Half-time, Man City Wolves. The De Bruyne half. Wolves wear orange, but it's somebody else who wears orange that has stolen the show at the Molineux. It's a Kevin De Bruyne hat trick. Chelsea are winning 2-0. Thanks, Kerry. I might do a James Bond watch-along, Kyle. We did Jaws last week, and I think a James Bond watch-along might be quite good. Oh, I tell you what, that was a good header by Bennett, but he headed it straight into the back of a Forest player. Could be heading towards extra time here. I don't know whether they play extra time, actually. Does it just go straight to penalties? Youth football might just go straight to penalties. Can anyone confirm that? I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't go to extra time, but, you know, sometimes the rules are straight to penalties, so... Extra time and penalty, says Chris. Thank you. Who I presume is a Forest fan because he's got a Forest badge. Yeah, it is extra time and penalties. Thanks, everyone. Well, it's there to be won now. 73 minutes. You get a goal. You sit in. He wins the game. There's not been many chances in this game. It's been very, very equal, actually. Oh, that's good. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, big summer coming up. We're live every morning at 10. Every night at 8 o'clock. We're going to be live a lot more than that after 8 o'clock. In between 10 and 8. God, 8 o'clock in the morning, who knows? Because there's going to be so much transfer activity in and out of United over the next 2 months. So make sure you subscribe. George says, who's impressed tonight? I think it's been an equal game. And I don't think that you can say... I mean, look, I've not been paying much attention to the Forest lads, but there's probably some of their players that have played as well as some of ours. But, yeah, Mainu has been good. I like Gore as well, the number 8. I think the fullbacks have played well. I think the centre-backs have been decent. I think it's a shame we haven't really created much. But, you know, you've got to give some credit to the opposition as well. Ratfink, thank you very much for joining the members club. Thank you very much. There's a long ball here. I think we might be getting a penalty to United here. Pass back to the keeper. Oh no. Yes, there is a penalty. Garnacho goes down. Is he given a penalty? Yes, he points to the spot. Forest get themselves into all sorts of problems here. It's a pass back. The defender thinks I've got the ball. Garnacho has another idea. Slips it past the defender. And it's a penalty to Manchester United as he takes him down. It's a little bit like that red card that Brighton got. Remember where, was it Elanga snipped in? Another youth player got away. Dunk took him down, I think. Well, the similar sort of thing happened here, but it's on the edge of the box. Some people are saying it's outside the box, but there is no VAR. It is outside the box. It's definitely outside the box. But this is where no VAR could help. He's definitely outside the box when he's fouled. But is there VAR? He points to the spot. No, he's given a penalty. He's definitely given a penalty. Was outside the box. Garnacho scores. He's going to do a sue. 2-1 United. I mean, look, this is the genius of not having VAR. It was definitely outside the box, but what a time for United to score. 77 minutes. Garnacho puts it away. He gets Sue out as well. Hopefully he's got Ronaldo's permission, because otherwise that's cheating. Sue, you little flirt. But Sue's come out. Garnacho has scored from the penalty spot. I don't know whether the Forest lad knows it. He probably does. He knows it was probably outside the box. But there is no VAR. It's one of those. It's one of those, but it's a massive goal for United. They're 10 minutes away from winning this FA Youth Cup final. And it's Garnacho who puts the penalty away. Lovely, sending the keeper the wrong way. It's a fantastic result so far for Manchester United. 2-1, 13 minutes to go. FA Youth Cup glory could be on the way. Maybe it's not been vintage, but to be fair, if the referee had given a free kick, he might have had to give a red card. There's a genuine attempt to get the ball, but it's denying a goal-scoring opportunity outside the box. I don't know whether I'm making that rule up or not, but realistically, Garnacho would have been through one-on-one. So if it was outside the box, would that have been a red card? I don't know. It was probably a red if he gives it outside the box, says Seb Watson. That's what I'm thinking, Seb. I'm thinking it would be a red card outside the box anyway. So do you want the red card or do you want the penalty? I suppose you'd probably take the red card because it's still 1-1. But it is a penalty, and Garnacho scored it. The foul was outside the box, but he was the last man when he did it. So if VAR was in this final, it wouldn't have been a pen. It was outside the box just. But, you know, it's a nice little glimpse of what football was like pre-VAR, where you got these decisions. I mean, it's right on the edge of the box. I don't blame the referee. I don't blame the ref. It's, like, hard to see. But I hope Ronaldo stays another season. It seems to me as if Ronaldo has taken Garnacho under his wing and can only help Garnacho, says Jameson Green. Well, Ronaldo's taken a number of young players under his wing who want to be under his wing. Alanga. There are others as well. Unfortunately, as Ronaldo said at Christmas, there were some of the younger players that didn't want to take on that advice. Now, who they were, that's for you to figure out or guess. We probably never know. Yeah, linesman's fault, says Paul. 20,000 watching. We could be watching some nice history here for this United youth side. It's been a battling final, and sometimes it's not been easy on the eye at times, but that just shows you the quality of the two teams, that they have been quite evenly matched. It's not been it's a final at the end of the day. If United had turned up here and won 4-0, I'd have been very surprised, because these two teams have worked really hard to get to this point. And maybe it is the home crowd that's helped it out there a little bit, the home advantage. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. United cheating once again, says Patrick. Well, we've got a lead to hold on to here. 10 minutes to go. Forest have come from behind before once, but that was a keeping error. Samuel says, who will win the FA Youth Cup tonight, Mark? Well, if it stays like this, it'll be United, and hopefully it will stay like this. Now, will Forest throw caution to the wind here? It's the final. They may as well go for it. So there may well be opportunity on the break. Bennett's just been booked there. I think a bit harsh, but goal-scoring captain. He might be the lad who lifts the cup here. Well, a bit of a double celebration. I mean, to be honest, the only trophy I'm interested in is actually Man United's youth team winning it. Ajax winning the league, couldn't give a shit about really. But I'm happy for Erik ten Hag, and I think it's beneficial to United. Imagine if he bottled the bloody title and it comes to United with that hanging over him. So it brings Ten Hag with positivity and confidence, which is what we want. So I'm very happy that he's won it. So there you go. 1-1 between Juventus and Inter in the Coppa Italia. Ajax have won the league. I did tell you that about 15 minutes ago, but if people didn't know. (2-1) to Juve. I think it's been a hard game for United's attacking talent to express their attacking talent tonight. It's been a shift tonight from this United side, and it's not been free flowing. But at the end of the day, in a final, the thing you remember is winning the final. 2-0 to Leicester, says Dylan Johnson. I'll just keep you an idea of the other scores. 10 minutes to go in the Chelsea game. They're 2-0 up at Ellen Road. That will basically get them top four. I mean, I think there was a little bit of concern from Chelsea fans that they might drop out of the top four, that they're comfortable there. Leicester are 2-0 up against Norwich, and Watford are 0-0 with Everton. Wolves are obviously losing 3-0. Just from a United point of view, by the way, I can tell you that Brandon Williams didn't get picked for Norwich today. He's on the bench. Obviously, there was a little bit of a issue with Brandon Williams and Norwich at the weekend, and he didn't make the starting lineup today. Don't know whether that was because of that or not, but he didn't make the bench. He did make the bench, but he didn't make the starting lineup. What percentage of our youth players usually end up in the Premier League, says Shahin? I've got no idea, mate. I think United do have a good 3-0 to Leicester now. I think they do have a good record of players leaving United and having a career. Are you encouraged by the changes in the structure at United, says Sebastian? Not yet. I'll judge United on what we do in the league. In the transfer window this summer. I mean, I am encouraged by the changes. I'm really encouraged by the appointment of Ten Hag, because I thought we'd go for Pochettino. But until we actually sign some players this summer, I think it's such a big summer. We'll probably get some players we didn't expect, and then we won't get some players we did expect. Chelsea are 3-0 up. Lukaku. Leeds are in trouble. I mean, the thing is, for Leeds, goal difference doesn't matter. Their goal difference is horrific. Like, if they stay on the same points as Burnley, they'll go down. I mean, I don't know much about youth football, but I mean, you've got to give. I mean, remember, Forest are a championship side as well. This is Manchester United's youth side, Chelsea's youth side. I mean, these are teams that you expect to have really good youth sides because they're massive clubs. Nottingham Forest are a championship club. So, I mean, it might bode well for them that they've got a decent youth setup as well. Matt Willis, welcome to the Members Club. Matters coming off here for United. Late substitution. Did I see that the Ajax right back signed with Bayern? Yes, Jaden. I expect Gravenberch will follow soon. I hope they don't get Timber as well. Imagine if Bayern Munich get Timber, the right back, Gravenberch, and Lehmer as well. I mean, it's fucking literally 4 players that we would like. And they don't bloody need it. They could put me in the midfield and they'll still win the Bundesliga and not win the Champions League. Garnacho is playing young. He scored the penalty a few minutes ago. It's 2-1 with 5 minutes to go. Somebody actually just said in the chat, I can't believe you're watching this. Oh, you can't believe that a Man United fan channel is watching the FA Youth Cup. It's called being a proper supporter, mate. The FA Youth Cup is a massive part of our history. Manchester United's youth is a massive part of what Man United is. So Matt Busby, the Busby Babes, this is what United are. We've had a youth player on our bench, I think, since the 1930s. Nobody comes even close. Youth is massively important to Manchester United. Nicky Butt and Ryan Giggs sat watching the game here. thought it was Camilla Parker Bowles in front of him, but I don't think it is, because that's definitely not Prince Charles. There is a Youth Champions League, yes, Simon. Yeah. Official attendance, 67,492, says Lars. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone who's tuned in anyway. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Has anyone really stood out for you tonight, Mark, says Alex? Me personally, I've got to be honest and say no. I don't think it's been that sort of a game. I think that, Forest have given it a good go and United have given it a good go. And in many areas, they've cancelled each other out. But that doesn't mean that they've not played well. As I say, I think defensively, United have played well. You could sense Charlie McNeil's frustration when he came off, because it has been that sort of a night. But ultimately, in a cup final, these lads will learn that it's about the work you do to get there. If you played well in the semi-final or the quarter-final, that's all part of the journey. The reality is, in the final, is to win. You've got to win in the final. And at the moment, they're on track to doing that. So, look, it's not been a vintage attacking performance, but when you get to the cup, when you get to a final, you've got to expect a hard game. And I think we've had to work hard. Savage is too old to play. Sybil, he's 19, so he can't play. I think PSV won 3-2, Samuel. But all I actually needed to do was win. They're just doing a round the crowd at the moment. We've seen Dwight York, Wes Brown, Brian Robson. Adam, welcome to the Members Club. I think the youth team's third in the league. Can Eric Ten Hag get started at Man United now, says Salah? No, Ajax have still got one more game to play. I think Ten Hag will be in place probably by a week on Monday. Maybe a little bit before, but it'll be in before the end of the month, which is good. So he wants to come in for about 4 weeks and then have a holiday. So if he gets in at around the 20th of May, 28 days takes into sort of middle of June, and then have a couple of weeks holiday and then back for pre-season. Apparently there's 8 minutes been added on here at the end. 8 minutes added on. What will this mean to their careers? Well, not every player wins a Youth Cup. I could probably get the stat up for you, but FA Youth Cup winners. There'll be a list here. So the FA Youth Cup. Last year, Villa won it. The year before, Man City won it. The year before that, Liverpool won it. Chelsea won it for the 5 years before that. Norwich, Chelsea. The last time we won the FA Youth Cup was 2011, when we won 6-3. And I imagine Paul Pogba played and Harry Maguire was playing for Sheffield United. We've actually only won the Youth Cup twice in 22 years. 3 times in 30 years. 4 times if you count the class of 92. So 4 times in 30 years we've won it. So it's a big thing, a very big thing to do. I think maybe some of you watching don't realise that. It's for these youth players, it's a big thing to do. Just over the bar there, Garnacho, space now. Why didn't he pass, says Jemmy. He could have slipped him in. It was selfish, but he should have scored himself. He should have got it on target. But the game is opening up now. What years did we win it? So 2011, did I say? 2002, 94 and 92. 4 times in 30 years. Are Leeds going to get relegated to Salah? It'd be that Leeds or Burnley, yeah. There's a bad injury here for Man City. It looks like it's a knee injury for Laporte. He's got his face in the grass. He's clutching his knee. I think he might be in trouble. I don't know what he does. No, they're not. I don't think they're going to show the injury. Yes, they are. Oh, I don't know what he does here. Oh, it's his standing leg that gets caught by Jimenez. Maybe youth, but where did 8 minutes come from, says Ray. Well, the keeper got injured at the start of the game, but that was definitely only for 2 minutes because we turned the timer on at 47. So I don't know where he's got another 6 minutes from. But United are getting more and more attacks. Goal! Garnacho! It's over! It's over! He's had 1 chance. He's had 2. It's 3-1 to United. They're going to win. They're going to win the winner. They're going to win the cup. Cup winners, Garnacho. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Absolutely superb. I said that was going to happen. Sir Alex is up on his feet with a smile on his face. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. And it's a lovely goal by Garnacho. But the game kept opening up. It kept opening up because Forest had to go for it in these 8 minutes of added time. And Garnacho this is what we wanted to see. It didn't best... Jake Marshall, I'm not talking about that. So this is what we wanted to see throughout the whole game, is this what this United attacking talent can do. And we've seen it at the end because Forest have had to open up a little bit. It's been quite defence against defence, but that's a lovely goal. It does deflect in, but the skill he shows to drive down the left-hand side, cut in on his right, and then cut back onto his left. Really intelligent play, and it probably would have gone in anyway, but it deflected in past the keeper. And it's 3-1. He's a selfish player, says Towles. Well, he is a selfish player, but you've got to stand out from the crowd, haven't you? He's touching on a United debut. He probably will make his debut against Crystal Palace. And somebody said, has anybody stood out for you tonight? Well, Garnacho has stood out because he's got the 2 goals that are effectively going to win this FA Youth Cup for Manchester United. Another goal in this. Ref might add up a few more minutes on. But great to see. Look, it's the first time we've ever done a youth watch-along in a cup final because they don't come around that often. Last time we won it was 2011, and it's been really, really enjoyable. And I hope it is a historical moment because for many people watching tonight, they may not have bothered watching this if we hadn't done a watch-along. And ultimately, you'll now know some of these players when and if they do hit the first team. And you'll appreciate that there'll be one of few youth players that actually win a youth cup. As I said, the last time we won it was 2011. So to win the FA Youth Cup does demonstrate the fact that you've got good youth players. So hopefully that means we'll get some good youth players coming through for the first team. Certainly, I think Garnacho needs to get a few minutes against Crystal Palace. But then again, we might need to win. Youth Cup win, Ten Hag wins the title, plus Leeds getting battered, says Jamie. The one positive of United's season as well. And it's come from the youth. But that is the United way. The youth is so important to us. Number 6 is quality, says Alex. Well, the next step for a lot of these players is the under-23s, isn't it? That's the next step. How many of them can make that step up now to the under-23s? Because this is under-18s football, isn't it? Simon Jones is a Forest fan. We said we got robbed. Fine margins in a final, mate. I think both teams, you can see, they're 3rd and 4th in the league. They're playing in the FA Youth Cup final. They're both decent sides, and ultimately that penalty with 13 minutes to go, was it, or 10 minutes to go? If you've got VAR, it's not going to be a penalty, but you might have got a red card. So that lapse of concentration from your defender has cost you. Yes, it probably wasn't a penalty, but if he didn't get a penalty and it was outside, it should have been a red. And then you're in trouble with 10 men anyway, aren't you? So, yeah, I think United have deserved it. How much if this was at the City ground, would it be a bit different? I don't know. I mean, 65,000 fans, over 60,000 of those are United fans as well. So, look, it's just great. It's great. From a United point of view, this is fantastic because these young players will never have played in front of that many people before. And that's the final whistle. And it's the FA Youth Cup final. Winners, Manchester United 2022. They joined the class of 92. They joined the class of 2011. They are the FA Youth Cup winners. The players run onto the pitch to congratulate their teammates. The Old Trafford crowd are upstanding. And is this to be a moment that we remember for a long time and look back on some first team members? Whether it is or it isn't, it doesn't really matter. This is their moment. This is a moment for the Manchester United youth. The class of 22, and thoroughly deserved the win, in my opinion. Forest were worthy finalists, but the edge came from United when it mattered. Garnacho, the match winner. Garnacho, the player who is knocking on the door of the first team, and happy for the goalkeeper because ultimately, let's not forget, the only goal Forest scored was basically because the keeper made a clanger. So it's a medal and a trophy, says Nigel Green, and thoroughly entertaining game to watch. And ultimately, as I said, it is about that final get over the line. And United have done really well. Somebody said, can you do any player ratings? Well, Garnacho would be my man of the match because simply he's the match winner. But I wouldn't give any of the lads less than a 6 or a 7. I thought that defensively they were good. I mean, I'm not going to individualize player ratings because it's not fair. They're young players. And I think with the young players, it's very important to remember that there'll be dips and dives and all over the place. But I do feel that they were worthy winners. And I do feel that it's been a really good experience for them. And as I said, the FA Youth Cup final is not something that United have won for over 10 years. And hopefully it's a prelude to good careers for them. And look, Erik ten Hag will certainly be very happy coming into a club that's got a decent youth setup. Whether the under-23s can offer anything immediately for him, well, there's a couple of players maybe, but having the Jewel, welcome to Members Club, but having an under-18 side that's the best. Well, they've just won the Youth Cup. I mean, look, winning the league is probably more of a hint of what you are, but in youth football, the FA Youth Cup has always been the pinnacle. FA Youth League winners doesn't really get the same attention as the FA Youth Cup. So you want to win the cup. That's the one everybody wants to win. And having a Youth Cup winning side under 18 for Erik ten Hag, I'm very certain the way he is and what he does, he'll be taking a very, very big interest in them. And who knows? I think the great thing about the youth is that McTominay wasn't predicted to be a player to come through. Marcus Rashford wasn't really predicted to be a player to come through. So you can talk about Mainu, you can talk about Garnacho, but maybe it'll be Murray at left back. Maybe it'll be one of the centre backs. I'd like to see it. I don't really care who it is who comes through, as long as if we can get 3 or 4, we won't get 3 or 4. I mean, the class of 92, we had 5, but look, if we can get 2 or 3, competing for the first team in the next 4 or 5 years, I think that would be great. If we get 1, that would be amazing. But we'll have to wait and see. Mark, can we just play them in the Premier League, says Aston? And wasn't Lingard in the last team that won in 2011, says the contrarian? He probably was. I don't know. Let me have a look. FA Youth Cup final 2011. We had Pogba, Lingard, Ravel Morrison. Sam Johnston was in goal. He's obviously at West Brom. Sean McGinty, Tom Thorpe, Michael Keane. Obviously, he's now playing at Burnley. Mikel Fornazia, don't know where he is now. Ryan Tunnicliffe, I mean, I did know about him. I don't know where he is now. Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, Ravel Morrison, could have been good. Will Keane, Van Velsen. And the subs were Kofi, Lionel Cole, Tyler Blackett. So there's 4 there that are playing in the Premier League. Pogba, Lingard, Johnston, has played in the Premier League, and Michael Keane. Ravel Morrison, as we all know, could have been a big player. So, there's there is previous for that to happen. There is definitely previous. 4-1 to City. They're comfortably going to win this as well, which is good. Kevin De Bruyne has got 4 goals, by the way. I haven't watched this. Let me have a look. Nice ball in. De Bruyne. I don't know whether there's a hint of offside, but it's Kevin De Bruyne's 4th goal. He'll win the Golden Boot at this range. Salah won't be just disappointed about not winning the league. He'll be disappointed about losing the Golden Boot. I don't know how many he's got altogether. But yeah, United players. Garnacho. He's got the Argentinian flag round him. How good can he be? Ryan Giggs was playing for the first team. Is there a prize every week on Spitch? Says Garav. Yes, we'll be doing it tomorrow afternoon. Ryan Giggs was playing for the first team at 17. Context is key. Wayne Rooney was playing for Everton at, was it 16? These superstar players do tend to hit the team before 18, but, has football changed recently? I mean, Jude Bellingham was playing centre mid for Birmingham in the Championship at 16. But look, there's opportunities, and different players do develop at different ages. So let's see. But certainly Garnacho is a player to keep your eye on. United players are just doing a lap of honour here. I don't know when they're going to get the trophy, but 65,000 fans there. And United players just going around taking their lap. It's a team game as well. Sure, people like Charlie McNeil would love to have scored a goal. Him and Hansen came off with 25 minutes. Hansen looked quite lively. Charlie McNeil's a fantastic striker. But it's a team. It's a team game. Ahmed scored for Rangers as well. Everything's going right. Ten Hag's won the league. United won the FA Youth Cup. And Ahmad scored for Rangers. Calvin says Garnacho's got to get minutes against Crystal Palace. Well, I hope he does. But ultimately, we might need to win that game. We need West Ham to get beat by Man City on Sunday. And then we need Brighton to beat them on the final day. And then, in which case, we will be top 6. We'll be in the Europa League. But if West Ham were to get a win against Brighton, then we would be down into the Conference League if we lost to Palace, which is very likely considering how we played. Mark, Ronaldo played for Man United the first time at 17. Garnacho seems to use the Ronaldo Sue, says Kristen. And Park says, I know I should have triple captain Kevin De Bruyne. Zero Blade says, I doubt he'll play against Palace. I think he might get 10 minutes. I think Ranić really wants to give him some game time, but he will want to get the points first. Forest manager just going over to the referee there. Obviously, he'll know it wasn't a penalty by now. And the thing is, I don't know if anyone was in the chat. At 1-1, United got a penalty, which was very decisive. Third goal coming in extra time when Forest were pushing for a goal. He definitely tripped up Garnacho on the edge of the box. It wasn't inside the box. Therefore, I think it was a yellow card and a penalty that was given. But if they'd seen it was outside the box, surely that's got to be a red card because it's not in the box and he was running through on goal. So, yeah, I understand Forest's frustration about the penalty because it was outside the box, but really it should have been a red card if they'd given the right decision anyway. What are your predictions for Haaland? Says Vic. I'm watching Man City batter Wolves. I'm watching Liverpool batter everybody. Even if Ten Hag improves us, he's not going to improve us that much that quick. So what Erling Haaland does at Man City might actually be quite beneficial if it stops Liverpool from winning that 20th title. And I know Man City are clocking them up themselves now, and give it another 15 years and Man City might have more titles than us. That's how quick things can change around. They're having a domineering period, but Erling Haaland, he's not at Man United, but you're going to get to see firsthand what he's all about in the Premier League. And he's a very exciting striker. I mean, I did read that he wanted to go to Real Madrid, but felt that it was a little bit too early to go to Real Madrid. So maybe come to the Prem, do 3 or 4 years here, and then go to Real Madrid when he's in his mid-20s. So I don't know. I'm not doing match ratings, Owen, because I just don't want to. Well, I just give everyone a 7 and Garnacho an 8. I don't want to give critical match ratings of young players that hopefully we need to build their confidence up when they're young. You know, the first team have had enough backing over the last few years, and look at what they've done. But the youth players, we need to back them. Mark, can you say Haaland will score 40 goals next year? I worked for Lukaku and Timo, says Joshua. I can tell you now, I'm going to give Haaland Golden Boot winner for next year. Now, 2 years ago, I gave it to Werner, and this year I gave it to Lukaku. So hopefully, third time jinx. Hopefully, we get the cake right so we can start adding those icing signings, like you say, says V. Exactly. Just waiting to. I want to see the lads lift the cup, so that's what we're just waiting for now. Charlie McNeil's looking happy now, and yeah, it's not about whether you score in the final. I'm sure Charlie would want to score in the final, but it's a journey. You know, every minute of every game this season is a journey. Even the league games, it's about building that rhythm, and you know, as a striker, you want that hunger of scoring in the final, but ultimately, he could have scored 3 and they could have lost 4-3. He didn't score and they win 2-1. And that's all about the process. You want your striker to be selfish. You want your striker to be disappointed when they don't get in the goals. But it's about winning the game. And they've done fantastically well tonight to get over the line and win a trophy. And the one thing I would say to them is that, as I said before, is that this may not be as understandably a big thing for some of our fans who don't really know about it. But the last time we won the FA Youth Cup was 2011. It's been 11 years since we won it. We've only won it 5 times now in 30 years. So it's a massive, massive trophy for us. I'm really, really pleased for some of these lads. I don't know them personally, but I've had a bit of interaction with some of them. And I know they were very excited about tonight. And they should be really proud. Who knows where their career might go? They might end up being first-team stars for United. They might end up playing for Burnley or Preston. But it's a great springboard. If you're part of the United youth, it's a great springboard. Look, Michael Keane won it in 2011. He's now playing for Burnley. You know, Pogba, as we said, Jesse Lingard. There's opportunities there, and they should enjoy this because not everybody wins the FA Youth Cup, and it's something on your CV. Bayern made an offer for Pogba for free. Thoughts, says Jaden. Pogba's going to leave United. I'm not bothered. I don't think Haaland will succeed at City. Honestly, City always use their centre forward as a playmaker, and he ain't that, says Flawless Football. Yeah, but Pep's wanted a number 9 for a long time. He wanted Kane. He wanted Ronaldo. Right, here we go. This is the moment. They're walking up to get their trophy. Get ready. Oh, I'm gonna run out of breath. Oh, I'm not gonna do that now. I sound like a ghost. A really rubbish ghost. It'll be Bennett lifting it anyway. He's the captain. They're all on the platform. The FA Youth Cup winners 2022. The class of 22. If they get even halfway to emulating the class of 92, we'll have some special players on our hands. Great save by Edison there, talking about hands. But here he is, the number 5, Bennett. He's going to pick the trophy up. Fantastic night for the class of 92. Here we go. There they are. They lift the trophy. The celebrations begin. And let's hope that, well, first of all, main thing, congratulations to the whole team and squad. It's a squad game and the manager. It's a moment they won't forget in their footballing careers. Wherever it takes them, they are FA Youth Cup winners 2022. And let's hope we get some of these lads hitting the first team in the next few years. They know how to win. Winning mentality. Not everybody is, as I say, not everybody wins things in their youth career. These lads know how to win something. Get Erik ten Hag in the club. Let's see how many can hit that first team with that right mentality. As the Forest players trudge off, the losers, their mentality is very different to that of Manchester United. Big night for them. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed it. And look, big up to every one of you who watched it. We had 20,000 people watching at one point, and that to me is what being a supporter of your football club is. You know, taking an interest in these sort of things, you know, putting the work in, taking the time to support your players and your future. And, you know, the youth is very important to Manchester United. So well done to all of you for tuning in. Scott, welcome to the Members Club. I'll be back in the morning at 10 o'clock. I think we might have some mini match reactions coming in from people like Adam and Beth. I think they'll be coming up a little bit later on, but check those out. And I will see you for the morning show tomorrow. All the latest United news. I'm sure Ten Hag champion winner, title winner will be mentioned. Well done to him as well. But a big night for United, and not because Ajax won the league. Get on a plane and get to work, Eric. But a big night for the youth. Fantastic. Speak to you all in a bit. Take care, and thanks for watching.